Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is Dr. Hydro, and this is a channel that has made occasional appearances in our live streams, but is a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Somebody who's going to teach us about hydroponic gardening with tips and tricks and even advanced topics. They'll help you even as a beginner, as a matter of fact, and everything in between. So hopefully everybody will connect with this creator. They bring us shorts and videos. Their shorts have even started to get into thousands of views. And what we find from this creator are topics like pH balance in water, when we start to talk about our different types of fruits and foods that we might be growing. And they do this with hydroponic gardening, which is different than what we might often see when people are using like Miracle Grow, soil, nutrient-rich. Dr. Hydro will teach us how to measure and make sure that our plants and our foods are getting enough nutrients during the hydroponic process, if that's the way we put it. I'm still learning from this creator, but I did have a good time going through a bunch of their videos. Lots to learn on this channel, obviously, and we find that from a lot of our homesteading, gardening, farming, ranching, and outdoor type channels. As a matter of fact, I find a similarity in generosity with the creators behind these channels, wanting to share knowledge and resources with others. And it's really cool because this creator fits that bill perfectly. So I'm just going to take their latest video, though. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators and watch the latest video, but I did go through a handful of their different things, so I'm anxious to continue to learn here. And then as well, when we get into their shorts videos, like I said, you'll see they've gotten into the thousands of views already, many over 2,000, one over 5,400. That will likely continue. So this is our featured channel for today, and we feature a different channel every single day on Superchat based on impact and generosity that I've seen within our community. I do that across all of our social networks, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, and on the thumbnails of our videos, as you have seen. The reason that we do that here is so that you have the opportunity to literally meet hundreds of loyal and dedicated supporters, even when we're not live streaming. So again, I hope everybody will connect to Dr. Hydro. 268 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 300 we know that they're thinking about. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, thank you so much for a super chat. That's Susan. She's done that many times before. And our Canadian friend, She Stole My Thunder, has also dropped a super chat, for which I'm grateful. Thank you for the extra generous support to get us started for today. Both of these creators have done that numerous times before, countless times as a matter of fact. And what we do is we put super chatters on the screen here first in order. Then we put members on the wheel. As soon as we see them in the chat, we start spinning the wheel. After a long period of time, usually 2 hours or more, we start adding names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. So it's open to everybody. I think we've got a couple of new channels in the chat. Wheaton Shaw, I think we've seen you before, and I could be mistaken. We'll keep an eye on that channel and see how they're doing. It looks like they've got their 500 subscribers, which is great. And Lola Toyin, good to see you in the house as well. Thank you for being here. Some longtime friends are here. Little Ruby's Daycare Encounters is in the house, and Rock Chick Beauty from the UK. I know it's fairly late for you. It's got to be 2 in the morning. And let's see who else is in the house with us. I've got quite a few names on the wheel. Scratch and Pete PA and Michael's Adventures, of course, are on there. They are 2 of the most supportive creators that I've met in my YouTube journey, and that started just over 6 years ago. They are incredibly supportive creators, and we're lucky to have them here as beloved and dedicated moderators as well. I've also got Canadian Family Life and Just Jason Keto, who also happens to be Canadian, on the wheel. Granny Filming again, and Chef Savory Bliss is a long time friend. The Bud Files is in the house. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures is here. Layla Life My Way. All of those creators Superchatters are on the Wheel of Doom right now. We'll add some more as more people come in. And then Andre Southgate brings us prize fighting, coffee walks, and whatever is in the house. Intrepids is a longtime friend. Life with Deandra is here, and Panama City is another creator that will help you meet more friends and family members on their channel. Paralife TV is Shane, your everyday wheelchair ninja. Rudy Iraheta with autism, good to see you in the house. I hope I'm pronouncing that right for you. And Rushing Wind Mountain is also in the house. So hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And again, we're looking at our featured channel for today. So this is Dr. Hydro, and again, this creator is going to help us understand hydroponic gardening, the idea of measuring pH balance in our water, nutrients for our foods and our plants. I've got a lot to learn. I don't want to try to make it sound like I know what I'm talking about. I'm mentioning things that I've learned from the channel. One of the things I like to do is right before featuring a channel, whether it's hours before or days before, is go through a bunch of their content to pick up on a few things that I may not have already noticed. And this creator is going to give us a lot of tips and tricks, including topping off our plants so that they don't grow too high. The idea behind that, which I just literally learned today, is that when you are growing something, let's just say tomatoes, for instance, they can grow very high after a long while. But when the plant has grown and the food is no longer growing, you might want to top those plants off, which means cut the tops of the plants so that the plant is really focusing on feeding the nutrients to the tomatoes, if I understand it right. So like I said, still learning, lots to learn on the channel. I hope you'll join me in supporting Dr. Hydro, and like I said, we'd love to push them towards the 300 subscribers they're thinking about. Chef Savory Bliss has been a member, I believe, over 2 years, as has Emotion, who is here as a moderator and a gold member. And that means we see his channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream. And his link is dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so as well. And pardon me while I just make sure that I've got my, in case the moderators need me for anything at all. I see Annabelle TV is coming into the chat. This is a creator who brings fun everywhere she goes. A little bit of comedy usually comes along with that. I'm going to get her onto the wheel right away, and we'll get to our next channel. So, She Stole My Thunder happens to be a fellow Canadian from the Montreal area. I'm not sure if you got any of the thunderstorms and things they were talking about here. I was out in the Toronto area today and didn't see any thunderstorms at all, but I was traveling around the North End. I had heard that we were apparently experiencing all kinds of thunderstorms, and now they're telling us to be on the lookout for more wildfires, so it's interesting how that plays into each other, but we'll see. Stuff Sells Stuff by the Seashore. Good to see you here. Cali King 916 is also here from Sacramento. And when we look at She Stole My Thunder, we learn right away from their banner that they are going to introduce us to reviews about books, art, movies, and more. And this creator actually does a ton more on their channel. One of the things that's a notable aspect to the creator behind the channel is an idea that they are a photographer as well, and they have over 190,000 photos on their Flickr account, which you can get to from their banner or their About page, as you can see. And then as well, this creator brings us shorts, live streams, as well as videos. Their shorts have started to get into the hundreds of views. As they continue to post, we'll likely see those start climbing. And then as well, I'm going to take your, let me look at your videos for a second. I'm going to take your latest live stream, and this is a replay of a movie review. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list again. Forgive me, was it Stuff Sells Stuff by the Seashore that asked about the Wheel of Doom? That's an interesting name that came up from a long time friend named Mr. Naz. And that's probably over 2.5 years ago now. But it just came out as a funny thing, kind of similar to what I say with my catch-up playlist. So we just keep the name because it's a lot more fun than anything I was going to come out with. And in honor of our longtime friends, Nita VR Designs, good to see you in the house. Crafting with Amy, good to have you in the house as well. I was literally just watching one of her videos about unboxing, I believe. Forgive me if I'm mistaken, but I just went through something. Antonio Brim, good to see you in the house. And yes, so Wheaton Shaw is brand new today, and for anybody that is brand new, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Forgive me, she stole my thunder. I don't mean to break up the content there. And then Sister Winnie, good to see you in the house. Patrick Hollitt's here from Newfoundland as well. And when we look at She Stole My Thunder, we notice one of the different things about this creator. They've got a lot of variety on their channel, including the books, art, and movies they tell us that they review, but they also give us helpful videos. And one of the things they've been doing lately is a couple of Canva tutorials. If anybody hasn't seen that already, C-A-N-V-A is the name Canva. It's for a website and an app for iPhone and Android or tablets. And it's free to start with. I've used it for inspiration for years, but actually just started paying for it as well because they've got some features that can plug into some of the AI stuff out there while I'm experimenting with a few things. And She Stole My Thunder not only shows us how to make thumbnails with Canva, she was actually making thumbnails for people the other day. So I hope everybody will join her. Maybe you'll catch the next one of those. We always put notification bells on for every creator, so we have the best chance to catch them for live streams, premieres, and everything else. So thank you again, She Stole My Thunder, for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. She also happens to be a longtime member, and you'll notice she took over the Stream Boss position. That's the video game life meter under my camera there. Every super chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the Stream Boss. The last person to knock them out and take over gets some extra exposure for a little while. So we'll see that from She Stole My Thunder. So thank you again. Let's put up the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. They also dropped a super chat. And like I was saying, we always put super chatters on the screen first in order. And then we get to spinning the wheel, which is full of a lot of members' channels. We add them to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And after a long period of time, usually 2 hours or so, we start adding names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. Just Jason Keto uses Canva for their thumbnails and banners as well. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures have been using Adobe Express for their thumbnails. I happen to be a Photoshop guy, so what I usually do is I will take inspiration, and that's what I mean about using Canva for inspiration. I'll go over there, look at the templates that they've got going on, and then I will make from scratch on Adobe Photoshop a copy of what they've done and make my own changes to it. But then I have the file as well. I just happen to be proficient with Photoshop because I've used it for years and years. But I've started to use Canva, and as I start to post a few things and have something to speak about of substance, I'll start to show everybody what on earth I'm talking about, why I pay for it now, and why I recommend it. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And then the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is up on the screen right now. I haven't mentioned it yet, but if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Coastal Waters on the wheel, of course, and the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. When we talk about this channel, the host that you see here, this is Susan. This is another creator who obviously comes to us from the homesteading, ranching, farming, and outdoor genre and category of channels. She does a lot of different things. one of the things she'll do is inspire us in a spiritual way, typically in the live streams. Now, she's monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And she's got some shorts videos, too. I'm putting a lot of focus on shorts these days, but we see that hers have gotten into the hundreds of views, well over 700 views. Pardon me. And in the videos, there's a lot of variety, but there could be anything from conversation to product reviews, a lot of kitchen work as well. And when we get into the live streams, there's variety in these as well, because they have got, first of all, they'll inspire us in a spiritual way. They will bring devotionals into the live streams. They will talk about a lot of newsworthy content and give us a platform where we can share our views and discuss things with each other. And then they also bring on StreamYard panelists as well. Some of you know Alfonso on that channel as a regular. He'll bring some music to further inspire us in a spiritual way. I always have a good time when I'm hanging out in her live streams, and I'm looking forward to hopefully this week being able to catch her again. I think she does them on Wednesdays, right? Coastal Water, yes, roll call, indeed. This is a command we've added to Nightbot, inspired by Coastal Water, but so that we can make sure that the robots are all behaving as they should and showing up for their shifts today. The Stream Elements, Nightbot, Bottissimo, and Streamlabs. We use 4 robots here, but there's 2 reasons. One of them, I like to know how all these things work, so that when we talk about some of the technical aspects, I can come to everyone with a from a standpoint of some level of experience, let's just say. The other thing too is that when you're making promises to people on your channel, and this often comes down to memberships when I'm talking about it, for instance, you want to make sure you can make good on those promises. And if a robot goes down for the day or longer, who knows, then you want to be able to have another robot pick up the slack, for instance. It takes a little bit of pressure off of the moderators. We don't need our moderators to remind everybody to follow us on Instagram and Twitter and things like that. Those are kind of back burner ideas. Anybody can reach out anytime. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. But we like to do as much as we can to make sure that the moderators are enjoying the streams as well. It's wonderful that they volunteer the idea of helping, and every moderator here has been here for a very long time. They're all dear friends of mine. They all have an overwhelming sense of generosity, but still the robots can take care of a little bit of the help. And then thank you so much, Stuff Sells Stuff by the Seashore. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They also happen to be a member, but we're going to look at their channel next because they just dropped a super chat. So thank you again, the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. That's Susan. Thank you, She Stole My Thunder. And thank you, Stuff Sells Stuff by the Seashore, for this overwhelming beginning with extra generosity. I certainly do appreciate it. Just doing our best. Thank you for coming in and dropping that highlighted milestone message. You'll know that that also knocks a bit of life off of our stream boss. Pedrosa Travel is in the house. I just wanted to mention something because I just went through one of your videos literally within the last couple of hours, and it was the Carnival, I think it was Radiance, a cruise ship. There's something that I've seen. It has to be 50 times. I could be exaggerating, but you know what I mean. When we watch videos about cruise ships, I'm always interested in these things, and we have a vibrant cruising and travel community within TuberChat now. But one of the things I've seen, you'll notice some chairs, and they look kind of like a wavy shape, and they seem to be made out of what looks like kitchen or bathroom tile. And I've always wondered about these because I've never sat in one, and I thought, wow, those, like, they must be comfortable, because cruise ships are known for, dare I say, luxury, but comfort and a lot of other things. And I always wondered about that because I can't imagine how it could be so comfortable until I saw in Pedrosa Travel's video their heated chairs. And Pedrosa Travel actually mentioned the idea of sitting in those chairs watching the waves go by. And I was like, yeah, I could see how somebody could spend a couple of afternoons doing that. But that was an interesting thing. I just wanted to mention that. It might be a long while before we can get that channel on the screen. We always get through as many channels as we can, but I just wanted to mention it because I thought it was an interesting note. I'm surprised I never noticed that earlier. 100 Proof Quilter, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Nancy B. the Scratcher, I'm going to get you onto the wheel right now. They happen to be a member. We're going to talk about Steph Sells Stuff by the Seashore in a moment. This is a interesting genre of channels with which Steph Sells Stuff by the Seashore is a part of, and we've got a few creators in the Tuber Chat family now with similar ideas, but it's a really cool, fast-paced, high-energy chat that goes along with the live streams, and I'll describe them in a quick second here. I also noticed that I'm missing a little bit of action in the chat. Mr. Fulton Mraz, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. I think he's got a birthday coming up on Thursday, and Corinne's Life is here both as a member and a moderator, but they happen to gift a membership, and that actually went to Michael's Adventures. I know he'll be happy to have that. He's had that happen many times before, but Corinne's Life will also be the next channel that we look at, because we're treating those gifted memberships now like Super Chats. So we'll put them on the screen right away, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. But thank you for that extra generous support. Quiet Listener, I see you. Thank you for asking, and thank you for coming in. And I heard the other day about a glitch that's been going on where chats are disappearing. So if anybody's experiencing this, or if you find yourself going into live streams or premieres and not being seen or feeling like everybody's ignoring you, one of the things you can do to fix or find out what's happening is to click this live chat and top chat. You can do that on a phone or a computer. And if your messages are not coming through, they'll disappear when you change that in almost every case. And then otherwise, resetting the device is a good next step. And if that doesn't help as well, you'll want to reach out to the host or a moderator on another social network to let them know what's going on. Michael's Adventures, I see. Team Canada's being beat right now in basketball by University of Kentucky, where Michael's Adventures is. Interesting. Wow. Rock the Boat is brand new to Tuber Chat. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Angel Light Over Darkness has been an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for over 3.5 years. She's been here since before Tuber Chat had even started, and after 592 episodes of Tuber Chat, still coming around as often as possible to support everybody. So I'm always happy to see that. I hope everybody will connect with her. Just Bored on a Wednesday is also here. I'm going to put them on the wheel because they happen to be a member. The J. Jordan, I've got you on there. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I feel like I might have missed a couple of channels coming in by name. And I don't mean to miss anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Dorinda Fulton, I put you on the wheel as well. Hyper Blitz is coming in. Thank you. They're just here quickly. It might be very late for them right now. BC Gaming, pardon me. He's changed the name. B and C. It's a different channel than I was thinking. Pardon me. B&C Gardening, Experiments, Homestead, and Baking is in the house. I'm confusing two channels there, but it's good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I'm going to get Hyper Blitz on the wheel because they happen to be a member. Timmy Ray the King was live the other day. Forgive me, I didn't catch it, but I did see that you had gone live. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of those soon. Timmy Ray the King is another longtime friend. Together We Travel's in the house. And right now we're looking at Steph Sells Stuff by the Seashore. Now, I did mention that this creator's got an interesting series of videos, and it's an interesting genre and category of channels that she's a part of. Now, what you're going to find on this channel is videos that promote the live streams. This might be a different kind of video. I'm just going to put this in my catch-up list. They're monetized as well. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They've got some shorts videos, and this encompasses a lot of variety. This is what we see from a lot of niche channels, is they break into variety for their shorts, but that's cool because we see they're starting to hit thousands of views, right? Almost 4,000. The live streams are where this channel shines and what this channel's really about. These are live auction style sales. And Stuff Sells Stuff by the Seashore might bring up StreamYard panelists. They might be selling a lot of different types of things. And what they're talking about is where to go when the thrift store is closed. And it's Stuff Sells Stuff by the Seashore, over 2,000 subscribers. So I'm hoping everybody will connect with her and see what I'm talking about, because these can be a lot of fun. And it's a wide variety of different things that she comes up with to have for sale on the channel, and it's live, of course, right? It all goes down in the chat. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to this channel. We'd love to push them towards the 2,100 subscribers that they're thinking about. And I see we've got a little bit more action in the chat. Rock Chick Beauty from the UK has dropped a super chat. She's done that countless times. She's been a friend of over 2.5 years. Corinne's Life is coming up next. We'll get to Rock Chick Beauty, and then I notice as well, there's one more thing happening. Just Jason Keto is gifting a membership. He's done that countless times as well. So Just Jason Keto will come up right after Rock Chick Beauty, because we're treating those gifted memberships just like Super Chats now. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. Mr. Fulton Mraz will be happy to have picked up that membership. He's been a friend of over 3.5 years, since before Super Chat even started. And hopefully I'm not missing too much in the chat. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. We're going to go for 3 minutes. We're going to come back and look at Corinne's life. All right, we're sort of back. Forgive me because I actually did step away for a moment there. And I hope I pronounced this right. Aim Arthal. And then please let me know if there's a better way for me to pronounce that. I'm kind of guessing on that one. But it's good to have you here. I know I've seen that channel before. We're looking at Corinne's life. And I actually, just before I talk about the channel, I just got notified. Susan let me know that her live stream is actually going to be on Tuesday this week. So for anybody that's going to follow the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch and their live streams, so Tuesday will be the day. Pardon me. She also let me know that she's only 300 hours away now from being fully monetized. So she's long past the 1,000 subscribers, as we saw. But she got entered into the partner program under the new restrictions, which mean 3,000 hours of watch time. But we'll have the 4,000 soon, if I understand right. But that's cool. Anybody can reach out anytime. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. But details like that really help me so that the stories about the channels that I talk about can get a little bit better over time as I get to know the creators as well. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat, and if I've missed anything that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. You have to pardon me. I don't always walk away from the computer when I go on a break there, but I did that time and just got back in time. Cole Waltz, good to see you in the house. They're always helping people grow in the same way that we are here. And the Bud Files, did I put you on the wheel yet? Yeah, long ago. Okay, and Unidentified S4 is Anthony. Well over 10,000 subscribers there. And let me get them onto the wheel. They just put out another video that I watched the other day. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Oh, quiet listener. Yes, it takes a long time. You know what I mean? And you don't need me to tell you, but one of the things we always say is, like, it's not a race, right? We just, we get there when we get there. We'd all love to move faster. We'd all love for it to happen a little bit quicker and sooner and things like that. But the interesting thing you might think about is, we only have to go through this process once. Once you're monetized, you're monetized. But we only get to go through it once as well. So I hope everybody's enjoying their YouTube journey. We will all agree that it's more work than we thought it was going to be before we started. But hopefully the positives far outweigh the negatives for you, and you're having fun all the way along. And then things like monetization and things like that tend to become gravy, even though they're on the forefront of most of our minds. But as long as you're having fun, making the impact you wish to make, and getting what you want out of YouTube, that's what we wish for everybody here. V's Place, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Oh, yeah, I wish. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures, I think, is going on the group cruise with Eddie Lugo Studios. If you've been following that group of creators, Eddie Lugo Studios has a vibrant community surrounding him. They're putting a group cruise together. There's a few of those going on right now. I'm hoping that one of these days I'm going to make it to one of these things, but I don't want to ever announce something like that unless it's going to actually happen. And there you go, Just Jason Keto, slow but steady, absolutely. It's so rewarding. I can tell everybody right now, the accomplishments that come along. As the host of Superchat, you might find some of what I say surprising often, especially when I talk about my very humble beginnings, because when I started on YouTube 6 years ago, I started with a channel that was not mine, which I still run today. And I didn't start my channel until about a year later. But it took us 6 months to get the first 100 subscribers on that channel. That same creator, last year, 5 years later, got 250 subscribers on a brand new channel in 1 day, based only on community posts. So this is how far we've come. And it's interesting because it's, much easier today than it was a long time ago. Certainly before the restrictions ever came into play at all with the 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. That was something that changed just after I started. There was no such thing as growth streams until about a year before Tuberchat was born, and inspired by some of them as well. Some of my friends run some of those as well. Hopefully I haven't missed anything in the chat. Again, if I have, just please mention whatever you wanted me to see, like a question or a comment with 3 thumbs up. Thank you for the kind words in the chat. I know we got a few new channels as well. Muskin Fashion Collection, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. I'm quite behind, so forgive the long speeches again today, but what we're looking at is Corinne's life. And this is a creator who's here both as a moderator and a member. She is a dear friend. All of the moderators on this channel are dear friends of mine. They have been for a very long time. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things. But one of the things that they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, you will be able to meet more friends and family members in the exact same way that we do here in Superchat when you're on any of their channels for premieres or live streams. Stormbreaker Gaming, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And, pardon me. Mombi, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. We're looking at Corinne's life. So when we look at this creator's channel, she really does have a vlogging channel more than anything else that really does encompass everything that is Corinne's life. She can do anything from cooking to hauls to product reviews to vacation videos. She also happens to be a small business owner, and she gives us a behind-the-scenes look at how a lot of merchandise is made. She prints everything from hats to mugs to t-shirts to vinyl stickers to Christmas ornaments, everything up to and including the mug that I hold in my hand every day when we're on Superchat. And it's wonderful that she gives us a look behind the scenes of how the merchandise is made, but we can also use this creator as a resource when it comes time for us to think about merchandise for our own channels and businesses as well. She also does a lot of live streaming, and these can be either watching her work while she explains how the merchandise is made and some of the things she creates. If you follow her on the other social networks, you're going to see a lot of her work as well. And then she also hangs out with a lot of other creators on StreamYard panels. I've joined her many times, both on her own channel and other channels as well. So she generously shares content in that way as well. Hopefully everybody will connect with her. She's got 2,100 subscribers. She's actually about halfway to 2,200 already, and I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards that milestone. Derek's Journey is in the house. They happen to be a member, but they're dropping a super chat, so I'm going to put their channel up on the screen right after Just Jason Keto. Corinne's life is up right now because she gifted a membership earlier, and that's an incredibly generous thing to have done. We're treating gifted memberships just like super chats these days, so we put that channel up on the screen right away. We're going to look at Just Jason Keto for the same reason in a few moments. Rock Chick Beauty slipped in a super chat as well. She's done that countless times, and it's interesting we talk about these two creators together because Corinne's life and Rock Chick Beauty have been together on countless StreamYard panels. Steve and Tina Jewel, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Not for Nothing Homestead is here. They also happen to be a member, so I'm going to get them on the wheel right away. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And Doof Doof Paranormal, thank you so much. So forgive me, I'm gonna actually make a note for myself. Thank you for that super chat, by the way. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, especially such a generous super chat. But Doof Doof Paranormal, forgive me, I don't like to give excuses, but I really have had quite a weekend. Just busy with a handful of different things. So I haven't spent as much time as I wish on YouTube at all. But what I will do, I don't do reviews here. because sometimes we're talking about fundamentals in personality and creativity, if that makes any sense. So I typically just don't do it. There's lots of channels out there that do reviews, and they can be helpful as long as everybody really does want to hear what somebody might have to say if they do want to come from a level of experience and give suggestions. But I am happy to go through your channel afterwards, and I'll try to reach out to you on another network like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, something like that, and let you know what I think. Because here on Superchat, I won't be able to really go through and have more than a tiny look. But I'm still getting to know Doof Doof Paranormal. They've just been with us for under a month now, but I'm always happy to go through channels and give suggestions if they're asked for. So I will do that. But thank you for that. And for that reason, we're actually going to look at that channel, Karen from Australia, right after Derek's Journey. Oh, pardon me. I click, and it doesn't want to work for me sometimes. But most of the time it does. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anything or anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. That makes sense. Pedrosa Travel, the more regular you are on releases, that helps. What I recommend to everybody is, and the Bud Files is saying a schedule helps. So what I have found, and this is pure opinion, but what I have found in the channels that I run, both my own and others, is that if you post one quality piece of content per week as a minimum, if you're not there already, that's okay. It's just, you just want to get there as quick as you can. But once you can post one quality piece of content per week, and it's not up to me or anybody else to decide what quality is for you, it's up to you, but you know what I mean. You post one video a week, and that is enough itself to carry a channel, and you will grow over time, as long as you're not posting anything negative and things like that, right? We see that all the time. And when it is your turn, eventually YouTube or luck will come along. We don't have to call it luck. I call it luck, but we can call it many different things. It will come along and take a couple of your videos, make them fly, and your channel will start to really move a lot faster. What we do here moves things a lot faster, just because we're supporting each other regardless of niche or category for the long term. You'll hear in the stories that I tell about creators who have been friends of mine long beyond 3 years now. Almost all of our moderators, first of all, lots of other creators in the chat. You can see by the colors of the badges beside the members' names how long they've been members here, and almost everybody comes into the Superchat family for a while before becoming a member as well. So you can see lots of people have been here for literally getting on years now. But that's just an idea, more than anything else, just a quick tip. But once a week is enough to get things rolling. So somebody who knows this very well is Rock Chick Beauty. She posts with a lot of consistency. You'll notice she also has presentation on the forefront of her mind. Bright, bold headshots on all of her thumbnails, even though every thumbnail gets its own graphic, which is an interesting look for a channel. But you can see how seriously she takes that. She often mixes up her avatar and banner and refreshes those, usually for special occasions or just once every few months. This creator started with beauty. They continue with that now. They talk about actually all things alternative, so makeup, lifestyle, unboxings, and much more. They do a lot of live streaming. They got some shorts we'll look at as well. But they do unboxing videos, product reviews, hauls, and even sponsored videos. Now, they happen to be monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And when we get over to their shorts, I just want to look at the popular tab, and we see that they've already crossed well over 1,000 views, getting into 1,200 and even 1,600. Now, Rock Chick Beauty's been a dear friend for a very long time. I believe it's well beyond 2.5 years, approaching 3 years. This creator, quite some time ago, about 2 and almost a half years ago, reset and restarted their channel. The idea, of course, is would you be able to move more strong and solidly the second time around? You can see by the presentation on this channel and the experience in the creator when she talks about YouTube that she definitely is moving solidly, strongly, and doing just fine. She is now going to be working on 1,200 subscribers as well, which is great. And pardon me. I'm flipping my windows all over here, the place here too. Thank you, by the way, Rock Chick Beauty, for another super chat. I really do appreciate that. Thank you again, Corinne's Life, for the gifted membership. Just Jason Keto's coming up for the same reason. Those gifted memberships we're treating like super chats now. If anybody would like to swap playlists in the chat, by the way, for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Just Jason Keto wants to talk to us about healthy eating, healthy living, and wants to promote these ideas in us and hopefully inspire us as well. One of the ideas that I've heard them say many times is that they want to just get the information out there. And I like to add to that when I talk about this channel by saying you never know who's going to strike the right chord with you. And Just Jason Keto introduces us to a wide variety of different friends with different life experiences that they share with us in his videos. You see those on some of these thumbnails here. You can pick out those interviews and get a lot of information there. Quiet listener, yes, still in the house. Thank you very much. I'm always happy for every moment everybody can spend. I know not everybody can be here every day, and I know not everybody can be here for 2.5 hours every time we're on, but I do appreciate every moment, even if you're just coming by quickly to say hello or drop a thumbs up. I gotta get VS Speaks Royally onto the wheel. And we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Just Jason Keto's approaching 900 subscribers as well. So this is interesting. They've got a special device, and I think these are for what they've been working on, these chaffles. Now, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing it, because I've heard him say it a couple of times. I still think it's chaffles. Is that correct? But he's done a few of these different things. They seem to be very popular with his audience. It might be something that just happens to be popular with keto. I've got a lot to learn. Ed's Crazy Adventures, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And, Vase Place did a Baloo challenge. That's interesting. That was something I saw a lot of videos a couple of years ago about that. So I think it's something that will always be evergreen and popular. But that's just an opinion, not saying I'm right. Just Jason Keto's also going to do a lot of product reviews, and he's going to help us make sense of a lot of the ingredients that we're going to look at on labels when we're trying to buy different things from health food stores and grocery stores, and trying to make sense out of how we can stick to a keto-based diet or lifestyle, how we can really measure, really understand, and keep ourselves in ketosis, right? So this creator as well is going to show us a lot of recipes along with tips, tricks, and I like to say hacks to get more value out of some of the things that we might buy when it comes to health food store or grocery store. Now, they got some shorts here, and a lot of these healthy looking shorts have gotten into the thousands of views, which doesn't surprise me because we're going to see this on some other channels as well. But look at this, even into 4,500, 5,000, and even 6,300 views. One breakout shorts video here with 22,000 views. And then live streams are frequent. He does these, I believe, every Thursday at 7 or 7:30 Eastern, and I've been lucky to catch him several times, as well as in premieres. Whether it's a live stream or a premiere, he's always engaging in the chat and keeping the conversation going. Lots of people participate, and I can't help myself but participate when I'm in his premieres and live streams. He recently did an interview with LB from Woman Outdoors, and hopefully everybody will check that out as well. But Just Jason Keto has been an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here, and thank you again for that gifted membership. He has done that countless times. It's an incredibly generous thing to have done. I certainly appreciate it here. I know that the recipients, both Michael's Adventures and Mr. Fulton Miraz today, will be happy for receiving those from Corinne's Life and Just Jason Keto. Derek's Journey's up next, and this creator is going to bring us fitness first with a lot of family adventure as well. We'll talk about their content in a quick minute. And then I'm just looking through the chat. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And if anybody hasn't already given that thumbs up for today's live stream, we're actually doing great right now with 63 in the first hour. So thank you, everybody, for that. I will appreciate them. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Panama City still in the house. Unstable TV has come in from Ireland, and Destination Fun is in the house as well. She's somebody who's streaming just about every single day, either in her own live streams or on StreamYard panels with other creators as well. I feel like I run into Destination Fun every day that I'm on. And next up, we're talking about Derek's journey. Like I said, this creator brings us fitness first. They dropped a super chat on us. They've done that countless times, so I've got them on the wheel. Doof Doof Paranormal's coming up next for the same reason. Meant to say screen. They're still in the screen. And then we'll start spinning the wheel again shortly. Derek's Journey is working on 1,900 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone right now. One of the things that we notice about this creator, like I said, it's fitness first, and they will bring us fitness challenges. They have this incredible ability of getting a lot of creators together for challenges as collaborations. The idea behind the Steps challenge that comes out every week, for instance, you're not necessarily competing against anybody else. You're just trying to improve over time for yourself, but a lot of creators are doing these together, and this is really cool because we know that doing things with friends can be very motivating and supportive, right? So I'm going to take their latest video and I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to keep caught up with them. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Thank you so much, Just Jason Keto, again. And when we look through the thumbnails, we're going to see a lot of product reviews lately, but this family is actually going to take us on a lot of adventures as well. So we get a great opportunity to get to know the family behind the channel, Derek's Journey. If we look through, like I said, we see a lot of product reviews. They do a lot of energy drinks lately and things like that. There was one they did quite some time ago, but it was a... they mentioned Tuber Chat in there because they know I drink Monsters way too often. But I appreciated that. And then shorts videos. This creator's gotten into a couple thousand views here, and one of them over 5,300, which is great to see. Live streams are frequent on the channel as well. Hopefully I'll catch them for one of these. Been a long time since I've actually caught you live. But then as well, they've got another channel here. This is called Balance Breakers Fitness and Gaming. This is where the same creator behind Derek's Journey brings us some video gameplay as well as the challenges from Derek's Journey. And then You Never Know with Jeannie and Jaden is a separate channel set up from a couple of the members of the In Real Life Derek's Journey family, and this is where they promise to bring us more variety as well as their interpretations of the fitness challenges from Derek's Journey. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. You Never Know with Jeannie and Jaden's at 155 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther as well. Katie's Kitchen, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in, Derek's Journey. Thank you again for your super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. He has done that countless times. And next up, for the same reason, is Doof Doof Paranormal. This is Karen from Australia. It's a channel that I'm still getting to know, and they were talking about the idea of going through the channel and talking about suggestions possibly for improvement. Right now, typically I don't actually do reviews, and part of the reason is because it would be I have to flip through very quickly while we're here, right? Because we're racing through channels, trying to get as many on as possible in the next 2.5 hours or so. But I want to actually spend some time. So we'll do things like look at thumbnails. I will plug in TubeBuddy, which I actually use. And we always have an affiliate link in all of our video descriptions. If anybody hasn't already checked out TubeBuddy, I hope you will. If you use that link, it helps out, of course. But it is free to start using. And I've used it for free for a very long time before starting to pay for for it, which I do now. I just have the first level of Pro or whatever it's called. And it is my number one go-to tool, but it plugs into your browser and can start showing you analytics in a roundabout sort of way for other people's channels and videos. So if you're thinking about competition, even though that's an interesting word when we almost never talk about it here, but when I do mention it, I think about competition very differently than we might typically think, where to give you almost an analogy, when we think about Burger King and McDonald's, right? Even though they are competitors, they're not trying to drive each other out of business. They're just trying to gain an extra point of market share for themselves. If there was never more than one hamburger joint, nobody would care about hamburgers, right? It's because we see so many: Burger King, Wendy's, McDonald's, Harvey's, A&W, all these other places, Sonic and everything else, that we not only think about hamburgers, but now we think about, I haven't had Hardee's, maybe I want to try Hardee's, or I haven't had Sonic, maybe I want to try Sonic, and things like that. And then we start to pick our favorites, but we're interested, a lot of us, not everybody, a lot of us are interested in hamburgers because we see the advertisements of these things all the time. Now, I'm not saying I'm right, I'm just saying this is an idea. When we think about competitors on YouTube, a lot of other creators doing similar content to you, we might use the word competition. We might even make collaborations with other creators that are actual competitions. Let's do a competition and see who can get the most views. Let's do a competition who can see who can get the most likes or votes and stuff. That can be fun as long as it's friendly competition, let's just say. So we don't think about it quite the same way here. I know that's a very long speech, but when we talk about channels, things like TubeBuddy can plug in and you can look at other channels' analytics. Like I said, their tags. You can compare their channel to yours if you want to, as long as you're doing that in a healthy psychological way, just to get an idea of how they're growing. Maybe you can duplicate some success by taking some inspiration from some channels we might otherwise call competitors, right? Even though here in Superchat, I mean, it's all a family. We've got lots of channels that do similar things. We've got channels of all different types here, but a lot of creators end up collaborating and therefore wiping out the idea of traditional competition, if you want to think about that. So I'm going to take another video from Doof Doof Paranormal for now. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. And that's just a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. That'll give me another piece of content to watch. But I've made a note for myself. I still make notes on pen and paper, even though Michael's Adventures knows I don't look at them often enough. But I do make those notes anyway. But I promise you tomorrow I'm going to have a look at your channel. I'm really going to go through some of the things like your thumbnails. I'll plug in TubeBuddy, like I said. I'll have a look. I'll watch a few videos and see if I can find anything that can help as suggestions for improvement right away. And then when we look at the shorts, look at this. They're already over 1,200 views with one of these. And then live streams, hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. It's been a week already, but live streams seem to be frequent, almost twice a week, which is really cool. So like I said, I'm still getting to know Doof Doof Paranormal. They've just been with us under a month right now, I believe. But we'd love to push them towards the 300 subscribers they're thinking about. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Thank you again for that generous super chat. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course, as always. And now it's time to spin the wheel again. So we'll get that done. We'll see who's coming up next. I see Mona Did What is in the chat now. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I see Gloria's Platter, a long time friend as well. And I'm going to get Mona Did What on the wheel. We're going to get Layla Life My Way onto the screen right now, and we'll keep spinning shortly. Actually, what we're going to do, we're going to go on a break again. If anybody has the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. We'll be back in just under 4 minutes with Layla Life My Way. All right, we're back. We're about to look at Layla Life My Way. Now, I keep saying every time this channel's up on the screen that they're a channel that I'm still getting to know, and that's true just because we're waiting to see what more content they're going to come up with, but they give us an idea about their channel from their About page, which is great. So they give us an idea of why they started their channel, somewhat what we can expect. This creator's got some shorts going on, and we've been watching these because for a long time, a few weeks at least, this particular donut video at 1,100 views was the highest performing shorts at the time. But over the last week, she's put up another couple, which is Happy 4th of July, some fireworks here, and then another shorts video just a few days ago. These have already crossed 1,200 and 1,400 views. Pardon me. So this is wonderful because I believe that as creators post more and more shorts, they're going to get more and more momentum. This is what we've seen from a lot of creators. Angel Light Over Darkness, thank you for renewing that membership. She has been a dear friend for a very long time. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, but as you can see, she's already been a member for well over a couple of years. But she's been with Superchat since before it even started. And that's just over 3 years ago, as a matter of fact. So what we see from, what we see from Layla Life My Way is 513 subscribers right now. This creator in their videos takes us shopping more than anything else. Lots of shopping sprees here. They have got product reviews as well, so we can expect more of that. Sometimes they're going to take us outside just to chill. Some container gardening as well is going to come from this creator, and I'm looking forward to more videos from this creator as well. When we get into the live streams, we see that this is something they've experimented with. Hopefully they'll keep those up. But Layla Life My Way has been in here in Superchat almost every day, I think, since they originally found us. They always engage conversation as well, and they've already done a great job of building up a reputation as a supporter. You can see the conversations they're having with other creators as well. So when we look at the chat, I'm going to get to spinning the wheel in a quick second here. One of the things that I don't talk about enough, but as an idea, is the best success here in Superchat is found in making the first move, reaching out to other creators and supporting them first with all of the things that you are hoping that they would do for you. That is in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other with generosity at the forefronts of our minds. For anybody that's brand new today or fairly new to Superchat, a lot of creators who've been here for a long time will not go to a brand new channel that they see in the chat with good reason. And that's because they want to see the kinds of conversation that are going on in the chat to get an idea as to where a creator's ideas are going to land when it comes to supporting other creators, if that makes sense. They want to make a judgment call as to whether somebody will be a loyal and dedicated supporter before they will connect with them. So you might find a lot of people having conversations, but you might also find that a lot of those creators are not running and jumping just to grab new creators that they see in the chat, because they're well seasoned at this. We've seen a lot of different things from creators. We see a lot of typical behavior similarities, let's just say, that we can judge from conversation and things like that in the chat. So when we think about connecting here in Superchat, similar to a lot of other growth streams, the only difference might be the fact that we put so much focus on generosity, making the first move, supporting other creators over the long term, regardless of niche or category. So these are just ideas, but that's something I just wanted to mention. Some of the people who've been here for a long time, meaning literally months or years, probably know by now that a lot of times when I'm talking about specifics in the chat, I'm actually giving hints to everyone about some of the things that we've seen and experienced. And a lot of people have picked up on a lot of these things, for which I'm grateful. But I'm almost always doing two things at once. So when I talk about the idea of welcoming new creators into the chat, talking about the idea of generosity and connecting with others first, especially when I say things like a lot of creators who've been here for a long time will not go to a brand new channel in the chat that they see with good reason. Another thing that you might want to do is think about looking at a channel first in the background. Like, everybody's free to go in and out of this chat as much as you can. When you want to go and visit another channel, explore what they've got and come back, that's what we're supposed to be doing. Absolutely. I know some creators make a list of channels they want to connect to and go and check them out after. Whatever you feel is the best way to connect is fine. There's no right or wrong way. We keep our instructions for how we connect technically in the video descriptions, but an idea might be to go and have a look at a channel, just see a video or two or read their about page, get an idea of the creator's intent, and then decide whether you want to connect. But that's an idea. And again, we're looking at the bud file. So if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. You know what it's like when you get into a premiere or live stream, get captivated by the content or the conversation, forget that thumbs up for a few minutes, and then that's why we give each other so many reminders, and I appreciate those as well. Let's look at the chat. And Little Red and Buddy Tracks is in the house. I knew I was missing a channel. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody else. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. And Little Red and Buddy Tracks is a second channel from our longtime friends TWTTV as well. So the Bud Files is an interesting channel because they've really expanded their content. Now they're here with us in Superchat every single day, and they literally seem to be everywhere all the time. They started out seeking to be modern day archaeologists, and the idea is to uncover history and digitally preserve it in video. So they take us to a lot of abandoned locations, as well as graveyards, cemeteries, and other interesting places. But they've really expanded the content, so they might get into, especially in the shorts, they've got a bit of variety here. Some of these have really done well, getting into 3,400, 5,000 views, a breakout shorts over 15,000. And then when we get into live streams, they've done these frequently as well. Now, they might be outdoors, giving us a little bit of a history lesson or a look around, or they might be indoors. They could be singing, dancing, playing a game, and this is where a lot more variety has come in. I've been lucky to catch them many times. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. We'd love to push them towards the 1,300 subscribers that they're thinking about. And like I said, they're incredibly supportive. I wish for you to get that kind of support coming back as well. And thank you, Mr. Fulton Mraz. Yes, anybody can reach out on any of the other social networks. I happen to be on most of them, but I spend my time on Instagram more than anything else. Facebook for a very long time, so I'm on there at least briefly every day. Twitter occasionally. And TikTok, not as much as you might think, but I do check in there once in a while. But if you want to reach out, I'm always happy to get to know creators in that way as well. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Chef Savory Blitz is coming, or pardon me, Chef Savory Bliss is coming up right now. M&T Living and Cooking, I'm not sure if I put you on the wheel. I did. You're on there now with Angel Light Over Darkness 33. Chef Savory Bliss is a longtime friend as well, and this is a professional chef that runs a catering company, and their channel is complementary to that. We'll look at the shorts first because they've got them front and center here, and we see that these have started to get into the hundreds of views. So as they post more and more of this delicious looking content, we'll expect that those will improve. Live streams are something that they might pick up again at some point in the future. When we look at the videos, we see it's been a little while. They post occasionally, but lots of delicious looking content on this channel as well. They've been an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here in Tuber Chat for a very long time, well over 2 years now, I believe, right? I think it's actually getting way beyond that, to possibly even 2.5 or even 3 years already. I hope everybody takes inspiration from the idea that I start to actually lose track of how long some of these friendships have gone on for, and we can see the future now. So you know that there are generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters out there just waiting to meet channels like your own, this goes for everybody, so that they can support you in the years to come, not just weeks and months. And we see that all the time. You'll hear it in a lot of the stories that I tell about channels that are here. Granny Filming, again, has been with us a few months now, but this is another loyal and dedicated supporter, and this is a creator that's gonna film whatever comes to mind. So 436 subscribers right now. I'm just gonna have a look at what they're doing with their yarn here. We've got a lot of crafty creators in the Tuber Chat family. Some are doing knitting, some are doing crochet, some are doing a combination of both, some are doing other fiber crafts, and other crafts in general. So this creator plans to bring us homemaking, cooking, grocery pickups, cleaning challenges, Q&As, and more. Not a lot more, but more. And then they will inspire us in a spiritual way as well. Let's look at the shorts and see what Granny Filming again has got going on here. These have started to get into the thousands of views. They got lots of shorts, and these have all gotten, a lot of these have gotten into over 5,000 views, 6,000 even, 6,100 on a couple of these, which is great to see. So hopefully we can push them a little bit farther in their subscriber count, get them to that 500. They have to be excited about that new monetization change up for the graduated system. And then Granny Filming again is somebody who's here with us every day. So I hope everybody will connect with them. Obviously a loyal and dedicated supporter, a generous creator for sure. One of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 6 years on YouTube is Scratch and Pete PA. And this is somebody who's very well known here as a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family, and there's lots of reason why I say that. He's always in the pole position on the wheel. And then thank you so much. Northside Hawk is probably live at the same time, but thank you for that. I really do appreciate that. In the beginning of everybody's YouTube journey, when you're still within the 100, maybe even 200 subscriber area, it might be easy to set up schedules with your friends and be able to stream on different days, different times, catch each other every time and things like that. But it gets harder as time goes on. Once you start getting into 1,000 subscribers and beyond, it's almost impossible to avoid other people's days, time, schedules, and things like that. In Tuber Chat, for instance, I go when I can go, and that's it, because I happen to have a work schedule. My full-time gig takes me outdoors 3 days a week in the good weather months. Other than that, between family obligations, and everybody's got all the different things we do in our lives, we have to go when we go. One of the benefits for that with this particular channel is that I mix up the days and times so we can meet different people all the time. That is not necessarily advisable for every channel. You have to make the right decision for your own channel. Most of the biggest YouTubers who are going to talk about the same types of things we talk about here are going to mention that consistency is key. Picking a schedule and posting on the same day and time every single week is what's going to help. Scratch and Pete PA is a perfect example of that, so we'll talk about that in their channel. Norwegian Homestead, good to see you in the house for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one. And follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Cricket 208's in the house. I'm just going to put them on the wheel, and then we're going to talk about Scratch and PPA's content. Now, this creator brings us what's called the Scratch Challenge series of videos. This creator posts with perfect consistency, and that means every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. Some of us literally have alarms on our phones, and some of us even text each other to make sure that we're not going to miss Pete's premieres. So if you can join us for one of these, what you're going to find is one of the fastest rolling chats that you've seen in the Tuber Chat family. Faster than this, faster than most others. He rivals those of VS Speaks Royally, the Stock Explorer, Hilda DC, and a few others. And a part of that is because he posts with perfect consistency, without fail, for over 2.5 years now. This creator has posted every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. His videos run between 10 and 15 minutes with a 5-minute intro. He almost always premieres, and he gives us the opportunity to vote on the content of his videos while he pits 2 lottery scratch tickets against each other. So if we follow him on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, any of those, we get to vote and therefore be a part of his video series. So it sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. His premieres, because they're so fast-paced and high energy, are also a fun thing to be a part of. And you will find it very fast-paced and high energy. I believe that it's a combination of the fact that Scratch and PPA is so unbelievably supportive to other creators, and his consistency, not to mention the fact that his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his first video was posted well over 2.5 years ago now. So Scratch and PPA is incredibly supportive, and literally so much so that he is the reason why I started using the words "seems to be everywhere all the time" to describe himself and a lot of other creators as well. So I hope you'll connect with him, get some of that support coming back to you as well. He's just got 1 shorts video right now, but we know if he ever has a really big win, we're going to see that there. You're also going to notice the presentations at the forefront of his mind, because his bright, beautiful avatar is matched by his thumbnails, which also give us a hint about giveaways that are done in his videos. There's Corner Clubhouse, Cobalt, and Pedrosa Travel all ready for this month's Scratch Challenge. And then as well, his banner is updated every single week, if you can imagine. We all can imagine what kind of work that takes, so that's some serious dedication. And then, University of Kentucky beat Team Canada and took gold. Wow, interesting, Michael's Adventures. Michael's Adventures is from Kentucky, of course, right? And I happen to be Canadian, so he's a dear friend for a long time, but it's interesting. That's an example of friendly competition, right? Obviously not involving us directly, but it's fun for us to be able to look at that and say, like, hey, you know, we want to support our teams. I'm not a huge sports guy anyway, but when it comes to sports, I would always just hop on the bandwagon and support whichever team is closest, right? Our Toronto teams in the pro leagues, and then in all-star games and Olympics and things like that. Of course, I'd be with Team Canada all the time. But it's interesting. So congratulations to University of Kentucky on their win, and give the virtual handshake to our friend Michael's Adventures on that one. Hilda DC is up on the screen right now, and up on the wheel, and this creator's in the house now as a beloved and dedicated moderator. We will look at her channel soon enough. And Fisherman506 is in the house for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Hyper Blitz is coming up right now. This creator brings us video gameplay. They mix up the gameplay quite a bit, and they've done a couple of talking head videos, including live streams as well. It's usually very late for them, but they're at 904 subscribers right now, officially on the road to 1K, which is really, really cool. This creator's got quite a few shorts here, so let's see what they've done with these. We see that these have started to get well over a couple thousand views, even into 24 and 2500. Live streams are frequent from this creator as well. They seem to be doing these almost occasionally, but when they do, they get into like a few a week. And then when we get into videos, we see a lot of video gameplay as well. So hopefully they'll have some new content shortly. I believe I've seen Fortnite on this channel more than anything else. But like I said, a few talking head videos as well. This is cool. They actually took us for a different type of video on the channel as well. That gives people a chance to get to know the creator behind the channel also. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. Hyper Blitz has been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for quite some time. We will spin the wheel, get another channel ready to go. If anybody has the ability to share this stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Superchat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And what we're looking at right now is VS Speaks Royally. And thank you so much, 100 Proof Quilter. I always appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're running the stream in the background. I know we got a few friends that do that. Jaden, our dear friend, watches often. When we look at VS Speaks Royally, we're going to see a channel that brings us a niche, but they mix in a bit of variety, mostly with their shorts. So we'll look at those first. We see that some of these have gotten into 3,500, 4,800, 7,100 views. Lots of variety here. A little bit of variety mixed in with the videos, as well as their main subject, which is the royal family. This creator's been following the royal family for a long time now, and they are an interesting creator for me to talk about here because the way that our wheel works when it comes to adding names to the wheel from our chat list is based on engaging conversation in the chat. VS Speaks Royally always engages conversation everywhere that they go, including here in TuberChat. They're with us for almost every stream. I see them out supporting other creators all the time in premieres and live streams as well. But they also do a great job of leading conversation on their channel by staying well versed and up to date in their subject, which, like I said, is the royal family, and what an 8 or 9 months they've had. There's always something going on with the royal family, but obviously you know that this has been a big year. VS Speaks Royally was in a perfect position to be able to cover all of this because they'd already been at it a long time. Now they're growing rapidly at 4,700 subscribers. And you know that I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them as well as entertained and inspired by because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey. We all know what it's like to think about a milestone of 3,000 and what it must take to get there. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. It's been a while since I've caught them for a live stream, so I've just taken their latest one. I've put this into my catch-up list, and that'll give me a chance to get another piece of content run for them. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen in a moment, and if I've missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention TuberChat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. We're going to come back in just over 3.5 minutes with M&T Living and Cooking. Alright, we're back and looking at M&T Living and Cooking, and this is a channel that brings us a lot of delicious looking content. Now the first thing I'm going to do is ask you for your forgiveness and thank you for your patience. I'm going to show you something. When I look at my watch later list, this is where you see videos that I connect with creators for the first time with, if that makes sense. Special playlist. We all have a watch later list. It's included with your YouTube channel. It's a private playlist. But you can use it for anything at all. But on every channel that I run or touch, we drop videos in there if there's something specific we want to or need to see. I got a few videos in there from Lisa J. Stocks, Katie's Kitchen, Woman Outdoors, and M&T Living and Cooking. I just haven't had an opportunity to sit and watch this yet, but I want to. This is quite a long live stream. You know that I'll probably skim through a little bit of that while I watch, but I've heard from quite a few creators. We've all heard from quite a few creators here in the Superchat family that this particular collaboration that they did on M&T Living and Cooking is hilarious. So we'll get to their channel. We'll have a look at what else they've got going on, but I will get through that video. I've got some time tomorrow, finally. So 1,200 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 1,300 they're thinking about. When we get into their videos, you're going to see a lot of delicious looking content, excuse me, while we whip through or scroll through a lot of their different videos. We start to get into more cooking videos a while back here. Two different takes on mac and cheese. Look at these ribs. My dear goodness, some of the stuff that they've got. But they take us on some travel as well. They do a lot of RC car racing. That just happens to be a passion of theirs. They take us outside for looks around their area to interesting places as well. They've got some shorts videos here, and some of these have really moved into the 5,000 views and beyond. One of them at 5,400. They've got a breakout shorts video at over 20,000 views, which is great to see, and then live streams are frequent. So this is the Locked and Loaded Tot Wars, and I still, like I said, have yet to watch that, but it's still saved in my watch later list. Tomorrow I have a break, so I'll be able to get through a bit of content, but they stream occasionally. The thing about this channel though, M&T Living and Cooking, I see them out supporting other creators all the time. They're here in Superchat almost every day. They happen to be monetized, so lots of ways to support them when we get there as well with Super Chats and memberships. We'd love to push them, like I said, towards the 1,300 subscribers. Savage Batman, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I'm going to move faster through channels now. We want to get through as many as we can in the next hour and a half or so. And I've got quite a few names on the wheel still. After I get Mona Did What on the screen, we still got 20 names on the wheel. But I will add some more names as time goes on. That's always based on how actively engaged in conversation everybody's been in the chat. So it is open to everyone. It just takes a very long time. I'm guessing within about the next 45 minutes, maybe even a little bit sooner, we'll get some more names onto the wheel from our chat list. So Mona Did What is here right now, and look at the live streams they've got set up. They're going almost, I want to say daily, but it's not actually when I look at the dates of these things. But they're going a couple times a week minimum. And when we look at the live streams from the channel, we see that typically they do quite a bit of these with StreamYard panels. Lots of familiar faces here. Let's get into the shorts as well, because we always look at these. And they've got a few popular ones that have gotten into well over 4,000 and 5,000 views now. Which is cool. I think this one's fairly new, isn't it? Isn't this one 5,200, your biggest one? I think that's fairly new. Maybe I'm mistaken, so forgive me if I'm wrong. And then videos. This creator's going to talk to us not just about quilting and sewing, not just about tips and tricks, but also how to avoid mistakes, how to fix mistakes, even when it comes to some of the equipment that they use both for sewing and cutting. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They're also incredibly supportive. I run into them supporting other creators all the time. They're here in Superchat just about every single day, and they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including Super Chats and memberships. When we get there, we would love to push Mona Did What a little bit farther towards the 1,600 subscribers they're thinking about. Kid One Wonder's Life of, Kid Wonder and Rosie's Life of Wonder. Kid Wonder has been a dear friend of well over 3.5 years. He's one of the very first creators that I met in the small YouTuber community, if we want to call it that. He's got a multitude of channels now, 4 of them, I believe, maybe even more. And this creator, still, after 592 episodes of Superchat, is coming back as often as possible to continue supporting other creators. So we'll look at his channel soon enough. I've got him on the wheel, of course. Members always get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Let's spin, and we'll get another channel ready to go. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other here for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Cabarar Gaming is up right now, and this creator brings us a mix of video gameplay, both in videos and in live streams. I know they've got some shorts as well, and some of these have done really well, getting into 15,000, 22,000, even 33,000 views, which is cool. Live streams are frequent on the channel. I've caught them many times. It's been a while. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these almost every day. They go live with different video games, including my favorite Grand Theft Auto, of course. And then videos. They bring a lot of gameplay here with a mix of different video games also. So I've got the latest video on my catch-up list that will just give me a chance to catch up with them a little bit. When I look at Cabarar Vlogs, we see a second channel with tips, tricks, tech, and tutorials from the same creator from Cabarar Gaming. Another loyal and dedicated supporter, a generous creator, of course. When we look at the shorts videos here, we see that these have started. We're going to see what they do as some of the shorts start to fall on the shelf a little bit better. It's interesting here because they got a few shorts on the front page, right? And when we look at the shorts videos, yeah, it's interesting. There's so many glitches right now between these coming through. But they want to give us tips, tricks, tech, and tutorials. Like I said, I've got a notification on for the next premiere, which is going to be tomorrow at 2 a.m. Eastern. So just in a few hours from now, less than 4 hours from now. Tina Warwurnding, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Maynac Buds, good to have you back in the house as well. Yeah, actually, Pedrosa Travel, you know how I keep the voice going? I know you're talking about staying hydrated, which I do as well, but I actually alternate a couple of drinks now, and we take frequent breaks. I was trying to get back to doing it every 45 minutes, but for my voice and for everybody's benefit, it's better if I just do it every half hour. So we do them frequently, but that I also I rotate between, let's say, I'm trying to do better, so let's say black coffee now, and other stuff that I don't want to mention, but let's just say once in a while it might be water or other horrible things that I don't want to talk about. But between hot and cold, and that really helps the voice. Not to mention, I've been out of honey for days now. I got to go tomorrow and maybe do that too. And do those things to help. But one of the things that they talk about, especially on Twitch, is the idea of staying hydrated when we're live streaming, right? Not everybody talks endlessly for 3 straight hours the way that I do on Superchat, but some creators do. A lot of gaming channels are very talkative like that, or the hosts are. First Floor Audio is here from the UK. It's quite late, but that's Lee. He's done that countless times, dropping a Superchat. We're going to put that creator onto the screen next. For that reason, we always put super chatters on the screen right away. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And Nancy B. the Scratcher's also dropping a super chat as well. So thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We got Nancy B. the Scratcher up right after First Floor Audio. So let's get Lee up there right now from the UK. And if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, we're doing great today at 82 already. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on the phone from time to time. And there you go. Yeah, First Floor Audio took over that Stream Boss position. So that's the video game life meter under my camera there. Every Super Chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the Stream Boss. The last person to knock it out and take over gets some extra exposure for a little while, and that will be First Floor Audio. You can always tell by at the bottom there, you see it says HP. That stands for hit points, as if it was a video game, like I'm saying. So to knock the Stream Boss out, it tells you how many points are left. I have mine set to approximately 1 point per American penny. Of course, exchange rates and things like that can change that slightly, but you get an idea of what it takes to knock it out. Lots of creators now start keeping an eye on that and snipe it when they can. But Pedrosa Travel noticed that. And £1 British was just enough. There you go. Yes. Michael's Adventures, you're absolutely right. Yes, the salt water, and I didn't do that today. I do it occasionally, not nearly enough. But hopefully I'll get back into a routine. I'm trying to get a routine going again because I've been off it for a while, including reading my notes and stuff like that. Oh, interesting. Yeah, Mike and Rihanna's Adventures is just talking about the idea they had lots of watch hours, and then sometimes they disappear and then they come back a few days after. So there's lots of glitches in YouTube. Sometimes they notify us in a roundabout sort of way, usually late. Pardon me while I roll my eyes when I say that. But they often let us know when there's glitches, but there's a lot. And it happens all the time. The analytics can drive us bananas when we're looking every day. I want everybody to look as often as you can stand it. I know not everybody's a nerd and a geek like I am. I truly love staring at charts and graphs and data and statistics and things like that, but I know it can be nauseating to a lot of people. If you look as often as you can, or as often as you can stand, you will start to notice patterns, and then you can duplicate your own success and understand the numbers, the story that the numbers tell you in the analytics, for instance, right? So that's an idea. But most often, when you see something that's absolutely ridiculous, like losing 100 watch hours, it's probably going to come back. We just have to be a little bit patient. It's not fair. It's not right, but this is the way this is the world we live in. Foxy's Friends, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Professional Paranormal Research is in the house as well. Thank you for being here. I'm going to get you onto the wheel right away. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Lee is up on the screen right now. This is First Floor Audio, and this is a creator who is a talented producer and performer. You'll find both of those attributes on their channel, especially when you catch them in live streams. Now they're monetized, so lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when you get there. Let's look at the shorts first of all. Some of these are just promos, which is kind of cool. There's Mindforked, another incredibly supportive creator. I see them on First Floor Audio's channel all the time. Lots of videos here, and this is where Lee brings his original works into music videos that we can enjoy. All of the music that he produces. And this creator also performs. He has StreamYard panels. He allows us to interact and influence him while he produces music and performs. Many times I've come into his live streams, and at least twice he's broken into an entire Tuber Chat song for 3 minutes off the cuff. So he brings you right into his content, which is really cool. He's also got a series called Radio 1FA. That's usually compilations of all of his works together, and hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to this creator. Like I said, they're from the UK. It's quite late for them over there. I think it's about getting on 4 o'clock in the morning. So thank you, Lee, for being here. Let's spin the wheel again. Oh, Annabelle TV says they lost 800 watch hours in 6 weeks. What could have caused that? So there is something specific that causes people to lose watch hours legitimately. And that is because the goals that we look for when we're seeking monetization talk about 3,000 hours now or 4,000 watch hours. Not every watch hour on your channel counts towards monetization. In most cases, probably 90 to 99% do, but not every watch hour. So you just want to keep that in mind. But it's not over a year, if we want to call it that. It's over 365 days exactly. So if your channel has been up and you have posted videos longer than 365 days ago, pardon me, you start losing watch hours for anything you accumulated 366 days ago and before that. So that's something to keep in mind. Thank you, Scratch and Pete PA. I accidentally spun the wheel and I put up Ace Flaw 1. Nancy B. the Scratcher is supposed to be up next because they dropped a super chat. Thank you for catching that, Scratch and Pete PA. I can't tell you how many mistakes I make and how many mistakes he catches, actually. Runic Rashi, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I hope I'm pronouncing that right for you. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Angel Light Over Darkness 33 is making me laugh in the chat. So, just to clarify, when we talk about watch hours, right? Not every watch hour that you get on your channel counts for monetization. There's a couple of reasons for that. Even though it's 90 to 99% of the hours count, it's possible that your video could be picked up outside of YouTube. And I'll give you an example. Once a long time ago, I took a song and put it up. It's something that wasn't mine, and I've just made it unlisted now anyway. But a song that I put up that is a copyright song and everything else, but that song got picked up on a blog of top 10. So it was a Christmas song, and what they said was, here's the top 10, or here's 10 places that you can hear this song on YouTube. And they included my video without like me knowing or anything. All of a sudden, like bang, I got thousands of views. I couldn't believe it. But so I traced it back through the analytics. The analytics told me that some website was where I was getting the traffic from on that video. I looked. Maybe one day I'll do a video about this, but we'll see. And it showed that I got a lot of traffic. Those watch hours may not have counted towards monetization because a lot of the views came from a website that had the YouTube player embedded, not exactly from people watching just from YouTube itself, if that makes sense. Now, I can't be sure about that, but that's an idea. The other thing too is when people watch your shorts videos, they do not count towards traditional monetization, so you could end up gaining a few hours from them, and that might end up being confusing. There could be other ways, but way too technical for me to get into or even be accurate describing. So it's an idea, but that's one thing. The other thing, and this is the most important part when we talk about watch hours and why we lose them for real, not just glitches, not when we lose them and they come back again, but when we lose watch hours, the number one reason is because it's a rolling 365 days. You must get 3,000 or 4,000 watch hours within 365 days to meet the requirement for monetization. If you have videos that are older than 365 days, then you will lose any watch hours you ever gained for those videos. I'll give you an example. For those of you who haven't seen it yet, all of the music that you hear in the background of Superchat is copyright free. You can use it in your videos and live streams. We own it all. We own the rights. We've published it legitimately and everything else. We have a separate channel for that. On that channel, we were doing 24-hour live streams for a very long time. We had the watch hours. We used to have the watch hours well over 4,000. It was ridiculous. I forget if we had 6,000 or 7,000 or something like that, but not near the subscribers because we're just barely over 500. Now we're close to 700 subscribers, but we haven't been doing the live streams. I turned those off about a year ago, and now we don't have the hours anymore because we lost a lot of the hours, for which I have to admit maybe embarrassment, because a lot of our friends were trying to help us. A lot of our moderators were letting the stream run overnight, trying to help with the hours and things like that. So now we've got to get them again. I think the channel's sitting at about 1,400 hours. So how can a channel go from 6,000 hours down to 1,400? Because all of those live streams, especially the ones where there was a lot of activity, those watch hours are gone, never to return. every single day that goes by, we're losing watch hours on those live streams. So that's a story that I'm telling you firsthand on one of my channels that's happening right now. So that's an idea. I know that's a very long speech about watch hours, but it's important that we talk about that. So if you want to mark the time, we were just about an hour and 50 minutes into episode 593. If you wanted to go and listen to me go over that again, you could. But that's an idea. If you want to reach out on the other social networks or want me to clarify anything else here, just say something in the chat with 3 thumbs up, and I will try to catch that. So Angel Light Over Darkness, all of our copyright-free music is published legitimately. So if anybody was to get any kind, nobody would get a strike for a song, but if anybody got a copyright claim for a song, it would be a mistake and should be appealed for sure. But I'm going to ask you for a favor though. If you can trace what song you got a claim for, then please let me know so I can double check and make sure that if there's anything that can be done, it's done. But our music is 100%, like I own it all. It was produced by us, and I published it long before it went up on YouTube to make sure that it can't be copyright claimed unless there's some kind of a mistake on YouTube's end. But I'll be happy to check that out, and I'd love to know if that's the case. Foxy's Friends was gifted a membership there by Professional Paranormal Research, so thank you for that. It's an incredibly generous thing to have done. I'm going to get Foxy's Friends on the wheel because they're now a member. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And Professional Paranormal Research is going to come up right after Nancy B. the Scratcher, because we're treating those gifted memberships like Super Chats now. And Nancy B. the Scratcher dropped a Super Chat for us. So, thank you, Lee. First Floor Audio again. And then I see there's a little bit more talk about watch hours as well, but I know there's a couple of creators in the chat who have differing opinions about watch hours. So I never recommend anybody watching anybody's videos or running anybody's videos for the purpose of watch hours more than once. There's a lot of talk about whether it counts for watch hours and things like that, whether you can watch somebody's playlist over and over and over again. But if that was the case, we could all just set up 2 channels, put all of our videos on repeat, and eventually just get monetized. So I have a hard time believing that that's possible. Either way, the reason we talk about swapping playlists here in Superchat is not because of the watch hours. That's the gravy that comes with the very important part. Of course, your watch hours are going to go up if people are watching a playlist of your videos or running a playlist of your videos. But the friendships that are created between creators are the reason why I talk about it here. When you make friends with other creators and trade favors with them, they will forever after, or for the long term, be there to watch most of what you're going to come up with in the future, if that makes sense. So that's just an idea, but I will never, probably never, and I say probably only because if the terms of service or guidelines change, maybe I'll change someday, but we haven't changed in 3 years. The idea behind watch hours and the idea that I only ever recommend people running each other's playlists one time. I would rather you spend the time finding another creator to run playlists for than running the same one twice. That goes like for everybody. It's only a suggestion. I don't want to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do. I just want to tell you what we do. And I don't run playlists for anybody more than once unless it's been well beyond a year, or if it's on different accounts and things like that. I have been known to do that, but otherwise, like I said, it's better to have 10 friends than 5. So I'm sure we can all probably agree. But that's an idea. So, long speeches today. Pardon me for that. And that makes sense, Dorinda Fulton. Thank you. So, we've been at this a long, long time. but I just want to encourage everybody. It's the friendships that we make that are the reason I talk about playlists here. Selena, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I think I caught them for another live stream the other day. I think I was there lurking. I'm often working and lurking, but I usually let people know if that's the case. And then, thank you, Rushing Wind Mountain. Let me see what I can do about adding names to the wheel, by the way, because it's been a long time. It's going to be soon. It's a little bit early, just based on our wheel, but Rushing Wind Mountain's been here from the beginning, and put them on the wheel right now. Rushing Wind Mountain is on the wheel. Pedrosa Travel is on the wheel as well. And thank you, Mr. Fulton Mraz, my dear friend. I think your birthday is coming up on Thursday. Is that right? 24th birthday for Mr. Fulton Mraz, a friend of over 3.5 years. Ace Flaw 1 as well is another friend of over 3.5 years. I met Andy behind this channel at the same time as Mr. Fulton Mraz, Angel Light Over Darkness 33, and a few other friends as well. Ace Flaw 1 is here with over 4,200 subscribers, but this creator brings us travel videos more occasionally than anything else. They've been posting a few shorts too. We'll look at these for a quick second. We see that these have now gotten into the 1,300 views and beyond, which is great. Hopefully that will continue. When we look at Ace Flaw 1's videos, they're occasional, but this creator brings travel more than anything else. They're expecting to take a trip to Italy shortly. So we'll be looking forward to new content from them there. Now, I'd spun the wheel, and that's the reason I put Ace Flaw 1 up, but actually Nancy B. the Scratcher dropped a super chat on us quite a while ago before I got into my long speeches there about watch hours. Nancy B. the Scratcher's up for that reason, so thank you for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Now, I'm going to try to move faster through channels now because we've literally been on for 2 hours. We got another hour to go, lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen, but I want to get through as many as we can. So let's look at Nancy B. the Scratcher with 915 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther on the official road to 1K. They must be excited. They're going to have it very soon. And then when we look at this creator, they're actually bringing a bit of variety along with their lottery ticket scratching. So we see, especially in the shorts, a little bit of delicious looking content here. I'm still getting to know the channel. They're fairly new with us, but oh, here's a get to know me video. I'm going to take this get to know me video and put this in my catch-up list. I'm happy when creators do this. I know it's not appropriate on every single channel, but if you have one of those and I come across it, I'll usually watch that so I can get an idea of what the creator's doing. Nancy B. the Scratcher's got some live streams coming up as well. We see that one of these is set up for about a week from now, and then they've got another one a week later and a week later. So they seem to be planning these about once a week. We'll keep an eye on that. We have a notification bell on for every channel, of course. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get the next channel coming up on the screen. And sorry, we'll do that right after Professional Paranormal Research, actually, because they gifted a membership, which is another incredibly generous thing to have done. Foxy's friends picked that up. We saw that from another couple of creators today as well. And we're treating those gifted memberships like super chats now and just putting their channel up on the screen right away. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. Yeah, so Pedrosa Travel, it seems to me, and I could probably watch another video or two about it, but it seems to me from what YouTube said in their video that what is going to happen is when a creator has 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours of watch time or 3 million views on shorts videos in 90 days, they'll be added into the first level of the partner program, which allows them to make money from fan funding. Basically, what YouTube is saying is, hey, if you can convince people to give you money, then we'll let you get it, right? And we'll take our cut and everything else. But no ad money will come until you get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Most creators who live stream and have super chats and memberships available will tell you that the ad money ends up turning out in most cases to be the smallest part of the monetization, even when we get into things like affiliate programs and things like that. Still wonderful to have, but that's just something to look forward to when we think about monetization. Fan funding is the bigger part by far in every channel that I touch. So I just want to put that out there to hopefully excite everybody about the new requirements. Professional paranormal research is up here. We have quite a few friends in the paranormal genre and category of channels. And there we go. Only you can decide if you believe in the paranormal. I've actually been out on a few paranormal investigations with Huntophobia and Reckless Adventure. And that was really cool. I've still got some footage. I could probably put another behind the scenes video or two together. When we look at this channel, I'm still getting to know their particular brand of paranormal in their videos. But I'm thinking what I'm going to do is take one of their most popular videos. Michael's Adventures might like this. Lost in Time, Kentucky's infamous 1700s Inn. I'm going to take this video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll just give me another piece of content to watch. They've got a few shorts. These are a little bit of random, which is kind of cool. Hopefully they'll post some more. They've got a live stream set up for tomorrow, so hopefully we'll catch that. And then they live stream frequently. They just did one actually right before Superchat, and then they've got quite a few of these. They seem to be streaming like a few times a week, so hopefully I'll catch you for one of those again. Tomorrow will be the earliest, of course. But that's possible. Let's spin the wheel. If anybody would like to share the stream, I'll appreciate it, of course. Whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly because it helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Yeah, it's weird. Some of the things I say, Pedrosa Travel, in the middle of my sentences, I'm tripping over my words because I'm trying to find some kind of a new thing to say. Well, so when I say their particular brand of paranormal, well, you know what I mean. Everybody knows what I mean. But what I am talking about is because we can say idealistically that every creator, every channel is unique. That's obvious, right? But literally, when we talk about paranormal, there's different ways to look at it, different ways to describe it. Some creators might more aggressively want to get their points across, as opposed to what professional paranormal research says right here on their About page, which I believe I've just read out loud for the first time, which is to say only you can decide if you believe in the paranormal, because I'm sure there could be lots of polarizing discussion over that, right? Investigates and explores haunted, eerie, spooking, sinister, scary places of the unknown. Forgive me, I butchered that description, but you can read it on their About page. Virtual Shopkeeper Didi is coming up in just over 3 minutes. All right, we're looking at Virtual Shopkeeper Didi. We talked about another creator who's doing something similar when we look at Steph Sells Stuff by the Seashore earlier. And what we find on these channels is a live auction style sale that you can take part in real time during live streams, which is really, really cool. I've seen many channels, or several channels, I shouldn't say many, but several channels doing this type of thing. But Virtual Shopkeeper Didi has been with Superchat for a while now and is a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They describe themselves as a treasure hunter, vintage vendor, and reseller. Get some more information on their about page as well. But this particular creator, let's look at the shorts, because they're bringing some variety in here, and we talked about this earlier. But a lot of creators, even if they are having a channel that is niched, if we want to call it that, we see that they bring some variety into their shorts videos, which is cool. And we'll have a look at those. Right now we see that the popular ones have gotten into 1,500 and 2,600 views, but they've got another one here with 7,100 views, which is really, really cool. The live streams are where this channel really shines. The videos are really set up just to promote the live streams, but we see that they've been doing these frequently. Now, it's been a couple of months. Hopefully they'll pick them back up. I'm sure they will. They're always active. They're here in Superchat regularly, almost every day, and we'd love to push them a little bit farther, but these are really cool. They've got StreamYard panelists coming up, but it's interesting the different things that they've got for sale when they get here. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them and experiencing these vibrant live streams with so much activity. And 506 subscribers, so they have to be excited about the new graduated monetization system, of which we were speaking earlier. Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder. Kid Wonder and Rosie's Life of Wonder is up on the screen now. Kid Wonder has been a dear, dear friend for a very long time. Now, I mention very often now that Superchat's been here for just over 3 years. I've been on YouTube for about 6 years, actually just over that now, and was watching YouTube for a few months before starting a channel. I had never really watched a lot of YouTube before that, but was inspired to get started. And it was a couple of years after I'd already been on YouTube or involved in YouTube when I met Kid Wonder, among a lot of other creators like Angel Light Over Darkness 33 that was here. Mr. Fulton Miraz was in the house. Ace Flaw 1 is another creator who's been here since before the beginning of Superchat. These creators were all friends on my personal channel, and then I let everybody know I was going to start Superchat as a channel. They all helped in supporting Kid Wonder so much so, and was so unbelievably supportive to me, that he was the very first creator to be featured on episode number 2 of Superchat. And his other channels have been featured as well, because now he's got a collection of more than 4, right? Kid Wonder's and Rosie's Life of Wonder now has over 21,000 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. It's pure variety on this channel. We might be hanging out with Kid. We might be hanging out with them both. It might be a story to be told, or a live stream just chilling out. Lots of shorts on the channel as well now. Interesting live stream panel the other day also. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with him and seeing what's going on in the life of Kid Wonder with Rosie. And I'm just going to show you their gaming channel as well. This is one where we had a chance to collaborate. I joined Kid Wonder on a video game that he was playing on Kid Wonder and Rosie's Gaming and Live Stream. This 8-ball pool game was just something that was a coincidence. I happened to play that game many years ago and have for a while now, just casually. You know, if I'm sitting at the dentist office waiting to go in or something like that, I might play a game like that. But I noticed he played the same game, and I said, hey, we should collaborate. It was kind of a joke for a while, not really. And then eventually I caught him at the beginning of a stream, so we played for about an hour. Now, both of those channels are monetized, but if I look up the mukbang show with Kid Wonder, we see another channel from this creator. We know what mukbang is. It's a huge category on YouTube, even though I don't pronounce it correctly. But we get to see what Kid Wonder's doing with this. And then he's got another channel called Kid Wonder Presents in random news. And this creator constantly experiments with different channels and things like that. But like I said, they've been very established. They've been on literally for years and have been an incredibly supportive creator, even so much so that today, after 592 episodes of Superchatters, still coming back to support more creators. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. Let's spin the wheel. If anybody wants to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Next up is Mike and Rihanna's Adventures. They've got 2,500 subscribers now. They're growing rapidly. They're really getting involved in their YouTube community. I've seen them on a lot of live stream panels where creators are using that newer StreamYard feature. Everybody can kind of stream out to their own channels. It bumps up watch hours for everyone and everything else. They're doing a lot of activity here. Now, this is a family vlogging channel, and they take us both indoors and outdoors. We get an opportunity to get to know them, see all the things that they're up to. They take us out on adventures. Sometimes they're in the kitchen. Sometimes they're giving us an opportunity to hang out and just get to know them. They did a special live stream the other day. They had an anniversary, and Rihanna's birthday was a few days ago. I think it was Rihanna's birthday. Was it yet Saturday? Oh, I was thinking a few days ago. It was yesterday. Yesterday was Rihanna's birthday. Time is flying. My dear goodness. Time is really flying if I'm thinking it's days. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures as well has got shorts videos that have gotten into well over 2,300 views on a few of these, 44,000 views on one, and another breakout shorts video with 299,000 views. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them, seeing what they're doing on their channel. They're really working on things like tags, descriptions, hashtags, and things like that. When I look at Rihanna's weekly extras, there's a second channel from these creators. It's complimentary to the Mike and Rihanna's Adventures channel. And a few shorts here. We'll see if they're going to keep posting some more. They're already getting close to 1,000 views there. Lots of videos. We get a little bit more content from Rihanna here. And then when we get into live streams, I've even caught them on one of their live streams, but they're doing this frequently also, which is cool. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. 72 subscribers right now. We know that the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever, but as long as we're all as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. So, next up, Angel Light Over Darkness. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, whether I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. It helps get the content pushed out a little bit farther. We know that every interaction, including thumbs up, helps the algorithm, if we want to look at that way. The Stock Explorer was just mentioning a raid. I wonder if they're going to go live after. Angel Light Over Darkness is another creator who's been a dear friend of over 3.5 years. And she's somebody that I met as one of the first creators in the small YouTuber community. We only use those words because it's a popular term. But this particular creator I had met around the same time as Kid Wonder, Ace Flaw 1, Mr. Fulton Miraz, Elevate with Vern, Be Amazing Sylvia, Brown Girl Bella, and a few others, right? Angel Light Over Darkness has a unique channel. It's a one-of-a-kind in the Tuberchat family. As a matter of fact, it's the only one of its kind that I've seen on YouTube in my 6.5 years. What she does is angel number readings. And these can give you some insight as to what's been going on in your life, what's happening now, what might be to come. And she has an interactive live stream as well. She streams frequently. Sometimes you'll look at the videos and you'll see that she does a lot of the angel numbers as individual videos. She gives you an explanation right here, what exactly are angel numbers. I see you put out quite a few videos. New intro, new outro, that's very cool. I'm just going to grab a very short video from you here, Angel number 2844, and put that in my catch-up list. And that will give me a chance to see what you've done there. Some shorts videos as well from this creator now have gotten into well over 1,400 and even 1,600 views. Live streams, I've caught her countless times. It's been quite a while. I guess it's only been a week. I thought it was longer than that, but hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these shortly. But she does angel readings for creators and gets quite a list going, and it's a vibrant chat as well. They are monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And Angel Light Over Darkness 33 is now working on 2,700 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther. You see that this creator as well happens to have been a member for well over 2 years now, so an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And it looks like she's saying she's streaming 3 times a week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, which is really cool. So hopefully I'll catch you again shortly. And I'm just going to look for emotion. Now, when I look for this channel, I type in emotion new soul, and I'm putting that in the chat just so that you can either type that out or copy and paste. And again, for everybody in the chat, even if you're fairly new to Tuber Chat, or especially if you're fairly new to Tuber Chat, the idea behind the best success that you'll find here in Tuber Chat is reaching out to other creators and supporting them first with all the things you wish they would do for you, and then they will turn around and do the same thing for you. When we say, like, hey guys, come get me, or, you know, things like that, you'll find that most creators won't do it, especially if they're well seasoned here, because they know that that's not the way we typically connect. Our instructions are always in our video description, but everybody wants to connect authentically. It's very important that we follow the full procedure. We know it's been working for many years. And yeah, today was a double monster day, the Stock Explorer. Nora, are you going live after? You were asking about a raid. Emotion is up right now, and this creator's here as both a member and a moderator. They happen to be a gold member, so we see their channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, and their link is dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so, as we've seen. This creator now is working on 3,400 subscribers. You know that I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from this creator, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have been through in their YouTube journey to get to 3,000 and beyond. Pedrosa Travel, yes, I call it fishing sometimes, right? I typically don't fish anymore, especially like going into chats. I find it's always been true that if you start a conversation with people, you can get an idea of their intentions right away. When you just get people who are like, you know, done to you, return, you know, and things like that, you get what's happening there. Those subscribers are never coming back to watch anything, so I don't want to see that. It's much better to get a friendship started. I'm sure everybody will agree that the most authentic supporters are what we're really after. In the grand scale, when you start to get to a level of 3,000 subscribers, 10,000 subscribers, it's actually going to make up a tiny percentage of your viewership, but it will give your channel a strong and solid foundation and hopefully move it faster and more solidly forward in the beginning, right? Okay, so Stock Explorer, if you want to go live anytime at all after now, and Tuber Chat will wrap up sharp at midnight. Our time. Stock Explorer's in Florida, so we're both in the Eastern time zone. But you can go on anytime. If you want to go on 15 minutes before, or at least set it up, I'll start dropping the link. But even if you want to go ahead early, then that will be helpful, right? People can start trickling in. So the Stock Explorer is here as a moderator and a member. I think I put them on the wheel a while ago. Yeah, they're there. Emotion is a talented singer and songwriter. They bring us their original works and music videos. They also bring compilations and sometimes live performances as well. They round out the channel with shorts videos and reaction videos as well, and we will catch live streams on this channel and a few shorts also, like I was saying. So when we get to the home page, we're going to notice first of all that this creator also is monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They've got some featured channels here too with some familiar faces. And then when we get into writing with emotion new soul, we see a second channel from this creator where we get to see how the music is made and the man behind the music. It happens to be a Mac user. That's Logic Pro right there. I've experimented with that a little bit. Hopefully I'll get some of that activity out one day as well. So writing with emotion new soul. So Angel Light Over Darkness 33 is saying, great music on this channel. One of the things I've described about emotion is the idea that when you hear this creator, I'm convinced that almost everybody will feel like they've heard them before. I believe that doesn't just come from the soulful voice of this talented singer and songwriter, but I think that it comes from their history of songwriting, as well as production. But that's just an opinion. I happen to have worked in the music business as well, but I think you'll agree no matter what that this is a very talented creator, unmistakably supportive to other creators as well. And you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members on his channel because, like I said, not only is he a gold member here in Superchat and has been for a long time, probably our longest standing gold member. I should go and look, but I think so. And happens to be a moderator as well. So he rounds out this channel with shorts as well as reaction videos in between the tutorials and compilations. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with him. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. And the J. Jordan is going to come up right now. The J. Jordan is somebody who seems to be on YouTube all the time. They're either on their own channel or other people's channels. They could be indoors, outdoors. They bring us a lot of fitness, a lot of music, but they also take us out on adventures as well. I've hung out with them in live streams where they take us bowling many times as well. I'm just going to grab an unboxing video from this creator. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to almost get caught up with them, even though it's impossible. This creator is monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships. When we get there, you see the mix of music and fitness here. When we get into the live streams, you'll see a little bit more variety. Lots of fitness. Here's, I think this is when they take us, that's not bowling, that's, is that skating or ice skating, or roller skating? Take us out on the bike. Yeah, here we are, bowling as well. This creator is on all the time and on other people's channels as well. Lots of shorts videos, and look at what consistency has done for this creator. I'm just taking advantage of the opportunity to talk about it, but many of these into thousands of views, one over 11,000, one over 17,000, one even over 20,000 views, and this creator now has crossed over 3,100 subscribers. Again, I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of 3,000 and beyond. We can all imagine that. Hilda DC is a beloved and dedicated moderator. We're going to get her channel up onto the screen right now. And all the moderators on this channel are dear friends of mine. They're all dear friends of each other. They have been for a long time. They all have different channels. They all do different things. One of the things you'll find in common with all of our moderators is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, you'll be able to meet more friends and family members on any of their channels during premieres or live streams, like the one we're going to see from the Stock Explorer in another half an hour or so. When we look at Hilda DC, I describe her as one of the most encouraging creators that I've met in my YouTube journey, and that's of over 6.5 years, or well, over 6 years now, not quite 6.5. Hilda DC has a lot of positive affirmations that come from the creator herself, but as well with special effects on the screen. She gets Nightbot involved. This creator absolutely stands wholeheartedly beside and behind her YouTube family, the Superchat family, her own community around her channel, but she is an extremely strong-willed and considerate creator, but like I said, incredibly encouraging. I've caught her many times saying encouraging things to creators, both who are going through positive and negative things. Now, this creator brings a lot of mukbang style product reviews, taste test challenges, weird food combinations and things like that, and a bit more variety. Lots of unboxing videos, product reviews, a lot of live streaming. This creator's been run a lot of StreamYard panels. I've joined them many times, both on their channel and on other people's channels, where we've been on panels together, and she generously shares content that way. When we look at the shorts on the channel, we see that Hilda DC's now gotten into well over 2,300 views, one of them over 6,000, and a breakout shorts over 47,000 views, which is great to see. Hopefully she'll start posting some more content again soon. It's been a little while, and we'll see if she's going to come up with some more live streams shortly also. So hopefully everybody will connect with her, and she's monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And she's working on 2,500 subscribers, so we'd love to push her a little bit closer to that milestone. Thank you, VS Speaks Royally. And next up is going to be Catlin. We'll be there in just over 3.5 minutes. All right, we're back and looking at Cat Lynn. So yeah, no, I appreciate when a couple of creators will offer to give up the chance to be on the wheel or the screen and things like that. I know not everybody can be here for 3 hours every time we stream and every day and anything like that. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. But when it comes to members, we always put them on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And even if you have to go and let us know that, we'll still take a brief look at the channel. I'll just make it quick. And let us look at Cat Lynn right now. This particular creator is here with us frequently and brings oracle readings. So another take on the idea of giving you a look into what might have been happening recently in your life. As well as what might be happening right now and what might be to come. Now, I'm going to take their latest video from just half an hour ago. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. And they're working on 700 subscribers. They're going to have it shortly. So this creator posts frequently. As you can see, I think it's every single day. Their shorts videos have started to even move a little bit further because they had this one at 1400 for a while, but they've got this other one at 801. Pardon me, and another one at 1500 that recently took over as their top position, which is cool. Live streams are frequent. Hopefully I'll catch them for the next one. And they've got the notification bell on. Every creator here in Superchat, I've always got the notification bell on. And we recommend that for everybody, whether it's premieres or live streams, so that we can catch everything possible that you're going to come up with, if that makes sense. So, next up is going to be Foxy's Friends, and this is a longtime friend of Superchat. This channel is a unique one and a one-of-a-kind. Foxy's Friends is a channel that is dedicated to memorializing the star of the show on the channel, which is Foxy Mama. You can get some information on the About page here, but they continue to come out with videos that help us understand and see the antics of Foxy Mama here. I'm just going to put one of the latest videos here into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to keep caught up there as well. Speaking of playlist, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other, for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Foxy's Friends is working on 800 subscribers now, and then when we look at their shorts videos, we see that some of these have popped into the 5,000, so this one might still be moving here, because out of order it tells me that this one might be still growing, or this one might be still growing. They've got 5,400 and 5,100 on these, which is great to see. As well, a couple of live streams, so we'll see if they're going to do some more of these, some familiar faces in their StreamYard panel, and using that StreamYard system that lets everybody stream together. You're making me laugh, Gloria's Platter. Gloria's Platter for sure will be willing to swap playlists with other creators. As well, if anybody hasn't already given us a thumbs up, we're doing well. We've got almost 90 now. But I certainly will appreciate it. Every thumbs up really does help. We all know that. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up. Let's look at Dorinda Fulton. We'll see what they've got going on. I'm waiting for the Stock Explorer just to see if they're going to set up a new stream, or if they're going to use the one they were going to have for tomorrow, unless they made a mistake setting that up. They've got a live stream set for tomorrow night. I wonder if they meant for that to be tonight. And we'll see. And then we'll go over there and raid in another half hour or so. Dorinda Fulton is up with 376 subscribers. We see some beautiful looking, what looks like garden updates on the channel more than anything else. And I'm just going to grab their latest video. This is an interesting one, a rain with flash flood warning. Interesting. I'm putting that in my catch-up list just to see what they've got going on there. It's a bit of a different type of video for this channel. Few cooking videos, lots of gardening videos. So a bit of a mix there. And then shorts on the channel. And these have started to really move into the 1,300, 1,600, and even 1,800 views and more. Live streams are frequent on the channel. I'm hoping I can catch you for one of these. That's one that I must have run in the background, because Dorinda Fulton's fairly new to Superchat. But hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these shortly, if you're going to do another one within the next few days. Let's spin the wheel. And that's the one. Yeah, I got it set. Scratching PPA. A few people use terms like that. Here till the end. Scratching PPA is here, if you can believe it, for every single live stream. He's only missed 2 that we know of in the since the beginning. He's been with us almost from the very beginning of Tuber Chat, so well over 550 times now, and for hours at a time, every single time. If you can imagine somebody supporting you that much, it can't be returned, the favors that he does, not only for me and for us, but for everybody that I see him supporting, which is everybody in the Tuber Chat family and far beyond as well. Unstable TV Shorts is a second channel, actually, from Unstable TV, which is Danielle and James, our favorite Irish couple. Of course, they're probably long in bed. It's getting on 5 in the morning for them, I think. I'm just going to look at the shorts on this channel, because they started this channel as a dedicated shorts channel, as you can see, getting into 10,000 views now, 11,000 and 13,000. It didn't start out that way. These creators, even with the experience they do have, were experimenting with a lot of different things to start to get that kind of traction. Now, look at this channel that they've got with now almost 23,000 subscribers. Unstable TV. We watched them grow almost from the beginning. They've been friends of, I believe, over 2 years now as well. They're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. But they have really hooked into a formula for themselves. You can see that they're a dynamic couple. They have an incredible chemistry. They're always having fun, whether they're singing, dancing, laughing. They take us on vacation. They do a ton of reaction videos, and they really put a lot of thought and consideration into these. What I love about this channel the most is when we look at it, the authenticity. Because you see, they've got a video from 6 days ago with 2,900 views. They got a video from 3 days ago with 56 views. They got a video from yesterday with 4,900 views. Not every single video flies right away, but they experiment, they try different things, they just keep at it. They do some live streams as well. But when we get into the videos and we look at the most popular, we see that they've gotten into well over 100,000 views, 200,000 views, and even 224,000 views. Those are on videos, as well as they've got a few shorts that have gotten into the thousands of views as well, passing well beyond 4,000 and 5,000. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. I know you will. They're always fun. They always engage conversation here, and they generously offer to share their knowledge and experience with other creators. I hope to eventually catch them, and we plan to do some kind of an interview where we'll talk about their success and their tips and tricks for creators as well. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen. Michael's Adventures. He mentioned, yes, he doesn't even want to be on the wheel. For the longest time, he was like, don't even put me on the wheel. But Michael's Adventures is one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my YouTube journey. And I always enjoy talking about creators and the stories that come along with my friendship with them, the things I've learned about them, the things I see that they do for others. Michael's Adventures is an incredibly generous creator in the idea that a lot of what he does for other creators goes unseen. He's the kind of person to literally reach out to me and say, hey Kevin, who do you know who I can help? Who do you know that needs watch hours? Who's getting close? Who can I run? Who's got a playlist? And he'll point out other things that he notices in the YouTube, in our YouTube journey, or in the family, or in the channel as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Michael's Adventures. He's working on 1,200 subscribers right now. He posts every single day, at least once a day, with a premiere. You can see he's set up 2 months in advance now. And a lot of it is wildlife. So he'll bring foxes, deer, lots of raccoons, bird watching on the channel, and that's the bulk of what you'll find, as well as a bit of variety. So sometimes he'll take us outdoors for a look around his area or a story to be told. He enjoys bringing us around graveyards, cemeteries, places like this. And there's a bit more variety because he does a lot of lottery ticket scratching. Sometimes you might find him playing a slots game on a tablet or something as well. But Michael's Adventures, more than anything else, I can talk about how supportive this creator is And like I said, all the moderators on this channel have been dear friends of mine for a long time. They all have an overwhelming sense of generosity. When you catch Michael's adventures for his premieres, which is every day, usually 9 a.m. Eastern, he will allow everybody to meet more friends and family members the same way that we do here, just like all of our moderators tend to do. So let's get the next channel up on the screen. Canadian Family Life is Tiffany. You've heard lots of people mentioning in the chat Tiffany today from New Brunswick. This is Canadian Family Life. She's built up an incredible reputation in a very short amount of time as an incredible supporter to many others. I'm just going to grab her latest video. She's always got something going on, posting almost daily as well. You can see 3 videos in the last 24 hours almost. This particular creator wants to help us save money. A lot of shopping hauls here and talking about the different aspects of that. They've got some shorts videos on their channel, and some of these have started to move. We watched this one grow to over 2,400 views. They posted that on a day that we were streaming, and every time we refreshed the page, there was more more views on that shorts video. They also do some live streams, and they've gotten into StreamYard panels with other creators as well. Canadian Family Life also joined me last week on Come Hither with Heather's channel with Drew's Adventures, where we had a talk about Canada, because Come Hither with Heather and Drew's Adventures, along with Warner's Adventures, are expecting to come and visit Canada next month. We're hoping to get some meetups done. And I learned for the first time that Canadian Family Life was started as a channel so that they could give memories to other family members as to what's been going on in their life, if that makes sense, or help them keep up to date. That's a really cool idea. We've heard that as a starting point for a lot of different channels in the Superchat family, actually. But I was interested to know that. And we had a great time talking YouTube, or talking Canada for about an hour and a half. Cricket Tool 8 is coming up right now. We'll see what this creator's got going on their channel. I've just dropped a link. That's for the Stock Explorer. They've got a live stream coming up right after Tuber Chat in another 15 to 20 minutes or so. They'll start a few minutes early so that everybody can trickle in there and start meeting new friends and family members. They'll give us more time to continue that. And next up is, pardon me, Cricket Tool. Voice is almost at its end as well. Yeah, that happens, Pedrosa Travel. The family doesn't watch the videos. If I don't hold the phone up and show them, look what I did this week, they don't know. Not entirely. They know I do YouTube now because it's been years, but that was the very beginning for sure. Cricket 208 is here with 187 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 200 that they're thinking about. They've got quite a few shorts here. We'll see what they've got going on front and center here. They've got 1,300 and 1,400 views on some of these, lots of variety. When we look at the About page, they give us an idea of what they're going to do. Random content, nature, cats, dogs, birds, life, whatever catches their eye. They're working on a phone. They're not expecting heavy editing or anything like that, but they give us a real world look as to the things that they find. I'm just going to grab their latest video. It's almost 20 minutes. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me another piece of content to watch, along with their outdoor randomness on the channel, and hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They're here with us almost every day. Let's spin the wheel. There you go, Katie's Kitchen. Yes, don't even discuss YouTube. It's like politics and a few other things that we can't talk about at the dinner table and things like that. But here's the thing, right? YouTube's not for everybody. It's just not. You know, there's, I think, 2 billion users now, so it's like, you know, 2 out of every 7 people or something is actually on YouTube on the planet. But still, even I wasn't watching YouTube. I've been a social media guy for my whole adult life, and I did a talk once for an association of disc jockeys. It's like a professional organization, and I did a social media presentation for them talking about all the networks. And the question I was asked, that had to be 7 or 8 years ago, the question that I got asked when I asked everybody at the end for some Q&A was, why didn't you talk about YouTube? And I said, well, I'm not going to talk about something I haven't done You know, I don't want to just act like I know everything about everything, of course, and I don't have experience with YouTube, so I don't want to guide you in ways that I can't be sure about with nothing to back it up. So I was talking about Instagram, Twitter, MySpace, Facebook, the history of it all, websites, email lists, and things like that. And it's interesting that a year later I started on YouTube, and now that's where I landed and do most of my work. So it's interesting, right? But in the meantime, now my family has helped me out a little bit. I've got some videos with some family members, of course. But other than that, the biggest complaint that I get on YouTube is, why is it so difficult for us to get our in real life friends and family to support our YouTube channels when we can find people online willing to support it? But this is why we use the word family so much. You will find very quickly, if you're just in the beginnings of your YouTube journey, that some of the friends that you make here will truly turn into family, the way that we think about, if we want to say in real life friends, throughout our lifetime. Everybody's got best friends. Some people have more than others, but you know what I'm talking about. And these friends through a lifetime, even though some different ones come and go, you have points where people are considered family. A lot of times I've heard from people, they consider people, some of their friends, to be even more so than family, more so than in real life family. In my case, I'm very lucky because my true immediate family is very tight. But still, you know, YouTube's not for everybody. Everybody does their own thing, and, you know, we're fine. There's enough people here willing to help us. And there you go, Katie's Kitchen. It's okay. I promise you. The goal is whatever it is you want to get out of YouTube, and I promise you later what happens is people will say, after you've got thousands and thousands of subscribers, they'll be like, oh, that's my friend, they got a YouTube channel. Oh yeah, no, I've been following them for years. And you have to roll your eyes right back and say, like, yep, thanks for the support, thank you for that. You know, we have to be thankful for every view that we get. We got friends and we joke about it all the time. The guy that I run channels for right now, I used to run some more, but I let a few of them go. But I run channels for one guy, and we joke all the time because his friends will message and say, like, hey, how do I find your video about this thing? And it's like, you're not subscribed to the channel. You've asked me 100 times. Why don't you subscribe to the channel, and then when I have a video, you'll know. Like, oh, just tell me it or send me the link or something, because they want to show one particular thing. It's so funny, but, and it's not always. Not everybody has this, you know, kind of thing happen, and I don't want to get too negative about it or anything. You have to laugh it off. I really think that. But I promise you, there are people on YouTube that you have not met yet that will support you so much that you will not even believe it for yourself. And years into the future, you will have no choice but to wonder how on earth you could be so lucky to have found people willing to take interest in the things that you do more than you ever imagined that they would. So that's just an idea. And there you go. Yes, chicken and egg effect. Absolutely, Pedrosa Travel. Katie's Kitchen is up here right now with 53 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther. They're halfway on the road to the first 100. We know that the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels hitting milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. I'm just going to drop a link again here for the Stock Explorer because they've got a live stream coming up right now. They'll be on any moment, and I'll pin it as well, and then everybody can get to it easily. We'll go over there and raid them after. The Stock Explorer is a dear friend, but they happen to be a moderator as well. We'll probably go overtime tonight by hopefully not more than 5 minutes, but maybe as many as 10. But we'll get into the Stock Explorers channel, and they'll give us a while to continue meeting friends and family members. Probably some friendly conversation over there as well. Yeah, Pedrosa Travel, we just have to look through either our analytics or instinct that comes from posting and seeing what happens, so that we can improve as time goes on. Yeah, I'm gonna keep trying to keep moving, the Stock Explorer. So Katie's Kitchen, let's just have a look at the About page here. They're giving an idea on the About page as to what they expect to do, cooking and canning videos. They've been cooking since they were a kid, canning for over 10 years, and they want to share these things with us a bit, along with a bit more variety. So shorts videos on this channel have already gotten into 1,400 and 1,500 views. One breakout shorts over 6,600. That's still growing. Pardon me, I think that got more views since I looked at it yesterday or the day before. Live streams, we'll see if they're going to keep these up. They just did one a couple of days ago as well. Katie's Kitchen, obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And they've been with us just about every day since finding us not too long ago as well. Coastal Waters coming up. I always talk about this creator and her husband because it's the opposite of what I was talking about there. This is a husband and wife combo that have separate channels and support each other wholeheartedly. They're on each other's channels all the time. You find them in each other's videos, thumbnails, and everything else. Oodles and Caboodles of Crafts. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Coastal Water brings us a lot of content that can either be outdoors or in the kitchen, is where I've caught her more than anything else. So much so that in her live streams, not only does she have these car confessions where we get to know about her and the family, including Backlash Fisherman, but we also have a series called Cooking with Coastal and more kitchen activity there. She might take us out on an adventure occasionally, and then when we get into the shorts videos, we see some delicious looking content here. Coastal Water and Backlash Fisherman, both incredibly supportive, but when we get to his channel, we see a first responder that brings us fishing first. Lots of shorts on this channel. These have gotten into the thousands of views, almost 4,000 now. Live streams are frequent. He's got Hobby Hangout, which is a series where he brings a lot of other creators on StreamYard panels. Lots of familiar faces, as a matter of fact, from the Superchat family. And then as well, he does a lot of ride-along live streams. These are similar to the Coastal Water card confessions. And see, he's saying going to get Coastal Water from work. And these creators, like I said, support each other wholeheartedly. You'll find them on each other's channels, in each other's thumbnails, and I think that's wonderful because it's the opposite of what we were talking about when in real life friends and family members are willing to support each other in this way, when it's the biggest complaint that we get when that kind of thing doesn't happen. Catlin, we looked at already. I'm going to spin the wheel again. And we'll see what's coming up with our next channel, the Stock Explorer. So this one I'm going to rifle through because we're actually going to go over to the Stock Explorer's channel in another short while. I've already pinned a link for the raid. We'll go over there and raid soon. Maybe I'll drop it again, actually. Anybody can hop over. It's a live stream, so the chat's already ready to go, and then they'll come on soon. And they'll allow us to continue meeting friends and family members over there. Now, the Stock Explorer wants to talk to us about the stock markets and crypto markets in a level-headed and down-to-earth way, with everything from videos to shorts to live streams that bring us beginner tutorials, friendly conversation, all the way up to advanced topics. Their shorts have a ton of variety, and you can see that right away, but they've gotten into thousands of views with 3,500 and 4,100. They've gotten videos that have a little bit of variety, but a lot of stock talk here, and they often have product in hand, and then live streams. Like I said, sometimes it's friendly conversation, sometimes they're hanging out with actually Florida Claimers Ted, scratching lottery tickets. I joined them on their channel a few months ago for a 2-hour talk about YouTube, and then also sometimes they're charts and graphs, so we can talk about crypto and stock market in depth. They've got a second channel called Tropical Buzz. This is where they seek to educate us about plant life, some of which is already there, some they will be growing themselves. So hopefully everybody will connect with them on both of their channels, 234 on Tropical Buzz. We're going to go over to the Stock Explorer shortly. And then Hurricane Andrew, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And yeah, one of the things I often mention for creators is the best success here is found in making the first move, reaching out to other creators first, because a lot of the creators who've been here for a long time in Tuber Chat will not go to a brand new channel that they see in the chat. What I also recommend is that when anybody's connecting, even if you've been here many times before and heard the same million things from me over and over again, one of the things that I don't recommend enough, but I probably should, is to head to a channel, have a look at the subscribers, the videos, the about page, get an idea of the channel before connecting. You don't necessarily want to connect with every single channel. Not every channel that comes through Tuber Chat is going to stay. The 20-minute limit helps. Sometimes we put slow mode on if we need it and things like that. That's really for spamming and trolling and things like that. But you get an intention, you get an idea of the intention of a creator from conversation and from the way they present their channel. So I just want everybody to take your time, is my suggestion. I don't want to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do, but that's my suggestion more than anything else. Take your time, have a look first. I know it can be exciting to connect with new people, but you know, not every single channel that ever comes through is going to be connecting in the same way, and you can really avoid disappointment by having a look before you jump, if you want to put it that way. Trish the Natural is here with almost 800 subscribers. This creator is going to talk to us about natural hair care. Presentation is at the forefront of her mind with bright, bold headshots. We've talked about that before, and a professional look on every single thumbnail for a very long time. What I like about this channel is when I roll over the videos, you get a perfect depiction of what to expect. So these videos ring true to what somebody will expect when they see a thumbnail, if that makes sense. I think that will pay off for this creator with branding. They talk about other subjects on their channel as well, like wigs and weaves, and then other beauty products, tips, tricks, and tutorials. And then oodles and caboodles of crafts. So what you're going to find here is a lot of supportive creators that are willing to support each other, regardless of niche or category, if you want to put it that way. And we do have a lot of crafting friends in the chat, but a lot of people here will help each other understand some of their successes and do things to push each other along. One of the things that I talk about is swapping playlists. If anybody wants to do that with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Trish the Natural also has some shorts videos. Some of these have started to get into a couple of thousand views and more as well. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up on the screen. And Granny filming again. You know, I had to learn all this stuff too, right? Tuber Chat is not the first growth stream that was out there. There was many before. Some of them are still running today. There's literally hundreds, if not thousands, of them. They're all run a little bit differently, and the intentions of the creators in them might be a little bit different at times as well. So I had to learn all this stuff, and I've got a lot of subscribers, you know, in the early days especially, that, you know, will not come back because I would, let's say, connect too quickly until I understood the magic of what we're doing here, the friendships that are built between creators that share ideas about their YouTube journey and truly want to support each other with generosity, if that makes sense. Nancy B. The Scratcher is a channel I'm still getting to know, talking about lottery scratch tickets more than anything else, but this creator's also got a bit of variety in their shorts videos with a few delicious looking video content shorts here also, and lots of these have gotten into the thousands of views already. One of them over 8,500 which is great to see. When we get into their live streams, we see they got a few lined up for the next couple of weeks. I think we looked at, did we look at Nancy B. the Scratcher earlier? And then 915 subscribers, so they're officially on the road to 1K, and then videos are coming out frequently as well. It looks like even more often than once a week, which is great. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen in another moment here. I just want to look in the background. We've had a few channels come through. And it's interesting. We had a couple come through and say a few things that are not typical, and then we had a couple channels come through that just said one thing at a time. And I'm just looking at something in the background to see if we've got nonsense, but it doesn't look like it. Thank you, everybody, for the thumbs up, by the way. They really do help. We're now at 88, so I really do appreciate those. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up. Not for Nothing Homestead is up on the screen right now, and Nora the Stock Explorer is live, so we'll go over there and raid shortly. Anybody can go over at any time, and I'm going to try to rifle through the last few channels here, but Nora the Stock Explorer, who's live, will help us meet more friends and family members while we're over there. Thank you, Scratch and PPA. I realized that as soon as I hit the live stream tab. But thank you for that, because I wasn't sure. Not for Nothing Homestead is just over 1,000 subscribers. They're now working on 1,100. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. When we get into their live streams, we see that these are frequent, usually at least once a week. And then shorts videos on this channel have got a lot of variety. We see this getting into now thousands of views, one with 3,900, one even over 5,000 views. Videos are frequent. I'm going to take the latest one. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to get caught up with this creator and make sure I don't fall behind. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. Thank you, Gloria's Platter. She's a dear friend and has been for a long time. She's got delicious looking content on her channel, both in her videos and live streams. Does a very thorough job of bringing us interesting meals and dishes. Just Bored on a Wednesday is up right now with 147 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 150 that they're thinking about, a little bit closer to 200. This channel is posting videos frequently, but they seem to be tributes to celebrities and public figures. Shorts videos on the channel have gotten into a couple thousand views and even over 3,000, which is great to see. And then hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them, and we always put notifications on for every channel, of course. Oh, and then Dorinda Fulton. So the thing is, I'm happy to raid channels, and I mix it up so that we see different channels all the time. It's a nice thing to do for people, to give them a head start, right? I'm always happy to do it when I can. The only thing is I can't be certain about start times often on Superchat, especially during the good weather months. I'm in the Eastern time zone, but I work outdoors 3 days a week. You'll notice that often on Wednesday I'll put a video out that looks like it, or a live stream, and I'll set it for what looks like it's going to be almost midnight, but that's because I don't know the start time. If I ever have a rain day, I will try to do a pop-up live stream without much notice, and then it's possible to do a raid after that. On the weekend, I mix up the days and times. I haven't decided on next weekend's time slots yet to be able to plan anything, but I try to plan the raids several days in advance, preferably a week. But if you wanted to do that, if you had an idea for a Saturday or a Sunday, then we could set that up if you want to reach out, especially on another social network like Instagram. I'm on there all the time, or Facebook or Twitter. Rushing Wind Mountain is up with 564 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 570, almost 600 that they're going to be thinking about. They have to be excited about the new graduated monetization system. I've just taken their latest video and put it into my catch-up list there. They're in the mountains of the Pacific Northwest, and they are bringing a lot of wildlife for us. A little bit of comedy will probably come in a lot of these videos. Some of the shorts have gotten into 5,200 and even over 6,000 views now, and then videos are frequent on the channel, as we can see, at least once a week. Rushing Wind Mountain's been a long-time friend. I see them out supporting other creators as well. Thank you, by the way, to our moderators. We're way more overtime than I was thinking. I should have known that was going to happen. I put the stream unlisted an hour ago, but I think it was a little bit late to try to slow things down. And, of course, my speeches tend to be long a lot of the time. I got to figure out a way to reel that in. And then unidentified S4, I think they've just re-updated their banner and their avatar, actually. They're well over 10,000 subscribers now. And again, you know, I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by. Anthony is the host of this channel. He's often joined with a couple other StreamYard panelists. They talk to us about the unexplained, including paranormal, cryptids, hoaxes, scammers, science, space, astral travel, technology, general news, and much more. They put out some shorts videos here, and these have gotten into 25 and 27,000 views. Live streams are frequent, and this is a perfect example. I know I use the word dynamic to describe almost everybody here. I really believe that's true for a myriad of reasons, but this is a perfect example of a very dynamic host when we get to see Anthony on Unidentified S4 and an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here. So I hope everybody will connect with them. Obviously monetized, lots to learn from this creator. And we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. I'll make a last call for swapping playlists. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I'm just going to drop a handle in the chat. This is Selena. She's fairly new to Superchat, just finding us within the last month or so. She's just been here a few times now, but hopefully everybody will connect with her. I've caught her for a couple live streams already. She's at 458 subscribers. We'd love to push her towards the 500 that she's thinking about. She is just going to be doing a lot of variety on the channel. We see some shorts videos as well as a lot of live streams. Like I said, I've caught her a couple times already. These seem to be frequent, but the conversation can go just about anywhere once she gets started. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with her, and she's another dynamic host, as a matter of fact, and she always keeps up with the chat while she's live streaming, which is great to see. Let's spin the wheel. Annabelle TV left a little while ago, but we're going to look at the channel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Now, we don't get to every channel every single day on Superchat. Once in a while we can get through them all, but we definitely get through as many as we can. But we'll just make it brief. Annabelle TV brings food reviews, challenges, gardening, and life in general, most often mukbang style product reviews and unboxings of all kinds. This creator brings fun everywhere that they go, and a little bit of comedy usually comes with that as well. They're incredibly supportive. They always engage conversation here. I run into them constantly supporting other creators also. They're working on 900 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. And their shorts videos are getting close to 1,000 views as well. Live streams, including a birthday bash, is coming up in another week and a half or so. Hopefully everybody will join Annabelle TV for that. And Pedrosa Travel, should we say it? Is it save the best for last? Is that the thing? Happens on last on the list and last on the wheel. Yes, that doesn't always happen. We never know. The wheel brings fun, if not frustration, for everyone. And we're happy to add this after the first many episodes of Superchat. So thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. I know not everybody can be here every day or for 3 hours every time we stream. Thank you again to our moderators. I know we went overtime. I really wasn't expecting it. But we'll go over to the Stock Explorers channel right now. I will leave this live stream running for an extra 3 minutes like we always do, in case anybody wants to clean up their connections here. We can go over with the Stock Explorer and keep meeting friends and family members the same way we have here. I hope you'll say Tuberchat Raid when you get over there, and I'll drop the link for them again in another second here. Pedrosa Travel obviously brings us travel and a lot of cruising content. And I actually just watched a video from this creator. It was one I must have put away. Yeah, Carnival Radiance, that's the one right there. One of the things I noticed, though, was just those heated chairs that they were talking about. I've seen them a million times, but I never actually picked up on that, and never knew exactly what was the hype behind them. I thought they must just be comfortable in some interesting way. Sure enough, they're heated, but Pedrosa Travel will give you an idea as to what goes on with the cruising and other adventures that they bring for us. They've been a long time, extremely supportive friend with almost 1,100 subscribers now. Their shorts videos have gotten into 1,400 and even 1,800 views. Lots of live streams. Hopefully we'll see one again. It's been just about a month, but thank you again. And I really do appreciate all of your support, Pedrosa Travel. They've been with us for a while now. So hopefully everybody will enjoy the rest of their night. We'll see you over with Stock Explorer. Kadeem, thank you for coming in. You're just catching us at the very end of the stream, so forgive us for that. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. Our instructions are always in our video description for how we connect with each other and make friends. We're just going to go and raid another channel right now, which is one of our moderators, so you can come over there and make some friends in the same way we would have here, and I'll see everybody over there in 3 minutes. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.